All right. Welcome, everybody, to another session of Gaunt's Goal. We are back, and we're ready to go. We can just get right into it. We don't have anything to cover, so we're all good. We're all ready. So, previously on, the party are 4 escaped prisoners who were on their way to a prison on the coastline, but before they were able to get there, the prison caravan was assaulted by a raid party of Crete mole people who attacked looking for supplies, but accidentally set the party free in the process. And so as the guards fought the Crete and the players fought the Crete, in the aftermath, they were able to escape. But they did so with a stranger, a girl in a maid uniform who was also on the prison transport. And so, as the party made their way away from the caravan camp, they were offered a place to lay low by the girl who introduced herself as Camille. And accepting the place to lay low, the party made their way to the city of Marin and wound their way through the streets to a small little tavern called the Tipsy Quipper. Whereupon, in the attic, in Camille's little attic lair, they were offered a job, should they choose to accept it. Camille, having just, quote-unquote, ended her employment under Lady Gaunt, a rich and slightly sketchy noblewoman, has chosen that it is the perfect time to rob her, to break into her vault at the Evermore Bank and take everything, or not everything she's got, maybe. That's a lot to carry, but everything that they could possibly ever want from the vault. And so the steps to the heist were laid out, with the first being the preparation and scouting phase, upon which they needed to not only scout the bank, but also look around the city, see what kind of major players were at play within the city itself, and figure out if they could find any allies or resources throughout Marin Hall. And so the party made their way around and met quite a few different characters from the pirates of the Wash, a sketchy little district in the west side, as well as some farmers in the stilts, and lastly met a mysterious bard who was attempting to break into the Gaunt shipping and handling warehouse. Upon offering to collaborate with the fellow, they told him to meet them back at the tavern, the Tipsy Quipper, and continued on their way, whereupon they went to... they did also go to a bakery. They bought a lot of bread. But then they went to the artisan district and had a look around. They met a sculptor who had built some of the statues within the bank, as well as learned that the employees of the bank wear this fine blue uniform. And then I think Anthena bought a dress, and that's where we left off. So that's where we shall return.
Not just a dress, okay? It's a dress that has hideable pockets.
Mm-hmm.
The pockets are key on this dress. That is a major detail.
Lots of pockets, but you can make them not be seen, but they'll still carry what's in them, which is just a great invention.
Yeah, secret pockets. Tee.
All right. So, Where we last left off, you guys were here in the Artisan District. You'd just taken a little breather around the fountain and were eating some bread, I think, probably. And you unfurled your map to take a look at where you wanted to head next. This was the path that you guys had drawn. But you'd also starred off some locations that you knew you wanted to visit as well. So, as we return to the Artisan District, you can tell me where you'd like to go next.
It was still late when we
When we
were
last
here.
ended?
Yes.
Yes. When last we ended, it was sort of approaching the evening. It's kind of sundown. Not nighttime yet, but certainly getting there. So you could still continue to walk around. You could call it a night. It's really up to you guys.
Ooh. That's tough. Do we
I
still
know.
want to try for the, I mean, we could take a little bath. Or, like, nighttime bath.
Yeah, I'm down to go to one more place. I think that would be helpful, especially the bathhouse, because I feel like there's interesting stuff in there,
I agree.
like interesting people to talk to.
Yeah, and we're not
Um,
really on a time crunch either.
Yeah,
So
we have a late night meeting, but it's like at night, so I think we have time.
yeah.
All those in favor of the bathhouse.
Say I. I'm saying
Yeah.
I.
Aye.
Hi!
I.
Hey.
Hi!
Thank you for the 16 months, Blue. All right. If you're all in agreement, then off we go. So, the four of you stand up from the fountain and head along the northern road out of the square and off toward the spot marked on your map as the Mist Haven Steam House. And before long, you loop back around. Oh, wait, hang on. Hang on. Let me just look at the map one sec. Did you guys... that's right. So as you guys loop on around, you would have to, unless you're taking a detour, go past the Maryswa Estate.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think it's worth just a look. We're not gonna go in.
It was like a little peek.
A little peek.
A little peeky peek.
Wait, I got your...
Yes! Let's go.
Yes! Yes! Just nice, okay.
Yeah, you should be able to move it now.
Oh, yes.
Where did Leah go?
Who is this person? Question mark.
Oh my god.
You still need like a name for your undercover
Oh,
identity.
that's true.
Yeah, you have no alias.
Is it just
Oh.
Leah backwards? Ale?
Ale?
So, you guys wind your way through the city streets and are in sort of the noble district, walking through kind of nicer houses in this set of town. But soon you come across a large square where you can see some people kind of bustling through and the occasional carriage and wagon making its way through the square and out of town. But on the far side of the square, on the northern side, there's this sort of set of fountains that sit on either side of this bridge. And the bridge gaps a moat. The moat surrounds this massive walled estate. And just beyond the high walls, you can see the tops of roofs, all kind of neatly, nicely shingled. of this fine manor, but the wall itself is blocked by a large gate, in front of which 2 guards stand. Other than that, you can see a little fountain off to your left and to your right that just kind of quietly bubble out water. In the leftmost one, a pelican sits just sort of bobbing on the water.
Is there a conversation going on between the guards and the guy that's in front of them?
Make a perception or insight. Either would work for me.
Okay. They're both equal for me, so we'll do perception. Oh,
Very well.
12.
With a 12. From their body language, though you can't really overhear what they're saying, from their body language, it's less of a conversation, seems to be more of an argument.
Okay.
Not seeing any choppiness on my end, chat, but you guys can tell me individually. Could just be on your end, Seraphim. So yeah, you can see that there seems to be an argument going on between this fellow who has his back to you and the guards who are blocking his path.
I think I'm gonna turn to Kgox and Leah ? And just be like, do we think we want to interfere here, or should we just maybe probably we don't really want to be noticed by these people, do we?
I don't think we should intervene, to be quite honest.
I'm just so curious. I want to know what they're fighting about.
You can call her if you want.
No, no.
Sarisa, you make your way over to the bench and sit down, I presume.
Yeah, I'm looking at the big bird.
Yeah, the bird is just, the pelican's just sitting there bobbing on top of the water and just staring at you.
Can I offer it the rest of my almond treat?
Yeah, you want to.
I offer it this half-eaten almond treat.
Make an animal handling quick.
Oh no, let's go.
Oh no.
Oh no, where is it?
Kgox looks over to Anthena and Leah, question mark? That does not look like a snake.
Bro.
And I know I'm not familiar with this area, but that does not look like a snake.
Dude, it's like I knew this roll would be low.
What'd you get?
I got a 6.
Then I can't tell you too much about what the pelican seems to react like, but I'll tell you what it does do. It sort of bows its head for a second and then snatches up the bread from your hand.
Tee hee. I fed a bird. Tee hee.
Is this pelican a plot point? Now I kind of want to roll something on it. I'm so curious.
All birds are plot points from this point forward, I'm sure.
They're fake.
True.
They're all fake.
Birds
They're
aren't
being
real,
controlled
birds
by
aren't
the
real.
bourgeoisie. These are the bourgeoisie right here. We have to listen.
The bourgeoisie?
The bourgeoisie.
Dude, I like ignored these people. I was all about the bird.
Yeah, so the
Maybe-
pelican just kind of chomps away on the bread with its massive beak.
Maybe we shouldn't interfere with what's going on between these. Does it seem like the man with his back to us is getting overly hostile though?
He's not like walking up on them, mainly because he's wearing sort of like noble's vestments, kind of a long coat with fine trim on it, whereas the other two are in full plate armor. So he's not really stepping up to them. He's just kind of animatedly moving his arms in a way that seems quite cross.
Yeah, this might be an argument maybe that we shouldn't approach. At least not yet.
Well, if you don't want to approach it, you can wait till it's over if that's what you're trying to do.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Sure. We see what
Let's go
happens.
sit on the bench.
Yeah. Bench time.
Bench time.
Yeah, I just mean like instead of walking away, you can just sort of wait to see how it ends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Pretend to be tourists.
yeah, and I can message the guy if he walks away and be like, don't be scared. Like, come talk to us.
I'm really hoping Higox does not jump in the moat right now. Like I'm
No,
really praying.
no. Kagox is going to sit on the wall. Or
Please,
lean on the wall.
Higox, please don't fall into the water. Don't lean back too far.
Yeah, so you guys sit down for a moment to allow the argument to sort of reach its natural conclusion. As you're waiting, Teresa, the pelican just kind of hops up on the back of the bench and just sits there.
Oh.
As for the argument, you see them kind of continue to argue. The two guards just shaking their heads constantly, a couple like kind of hand waves. The man in noble garb getting kind of more and more cross, and then Kagox just kind of, you hear towards the end of the argument, just, all right, fine, I shall come back later. And he storms off in a huff.
All right, as he's storming off, I'm gonna message him and just be like, hey, what was that all about?
He just stands there and just like looks around at the sky. Not really sure what's happening.
I'll stand up. Yeah, like, and then another message. Over, we're the ones over by the fountain. No, the other fountain.
Yeah, he looks to the bird.
He's like, is the bird communicating with me right now?
Oh, I should have made him think that.
He walks over to you, Anthena and Leah, and says out loud so that Leah can hear too. Is there a problem? Is there something you needed? I'm quite in a hurry.
I mean, there's no problem with us, but it looked like there was a bit of a problem over there. Sir, anything you need help with?
Yes, of course. Just denied entry to Mary Swamp Manor. Again.
Oh yeah, I mean, we've heard it's a little bit difficult to get an audience in there. Have you been trying for a long time?
Well, yes, for about 2 weeks now.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's a decent amount of time. What's your business in the Mary Swa estate?
Well, I've been trying to arrange a meeting now with Lady Mary Swa for quite some time, but she's denied me at every turn, always with excuses, of course. Too busy, out of town. But let's be honest, it can't be true. Too busy to meet with Count Wallinger?
Oh yes, I'm sure no one should ever be too busy to meet with you. Have you ever heard of anybody actually succeeding in getting an audience with her?
Well, it is rare. The lady is picky about company. But one should always include Count Wallinger amongst good company, no?
Yes, I'm sure. Yes. Well, and I'll kind of look over at Leah and just see if she has anything else to question him about.
Is there anything you needed? I'm quite in a hurry, and frankly, this seems like a waste of my time.
Oh, well, I do apologize of wasting your time. I know it's probably very valuable. We were just curious about what was going on and if there was anything we could do to help.
Well, unless you can barge down that portcullis and arrange a meeting for me yourself, not really, no.
All right. I mean, no guarantees. I can always do my best, but yeah, seems like it's kind of tough to get in there. So, well, I wish you the best of luck.
Indeed. As he walks away, he just looks at Julia and goes, "Your hair's rather unsightly. You should get that changed."
What?
Dude!
I'll message him as he goes away. That was not very nice.
Wow.
Hey!
Oh my god! Leah's like sitting there, like staring at the stone floor. She's just like,
Aw.
Absolutely Count Wallinger.
Did you just insult my battle sister? And he runs after you. You're gonna grab him and throw him in the moat.
Oh,
oh,
Get him!
no! Get him, get him!
ass, gods.
Are you
And Venus
actually running
went-
after him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no!
This will be fun.
I'm gonna like get up right behind him and I'm going to put my trunk on his shoulder and say, "You should apologize."
Uh-oh.
Apologize? To whom?
And my hand replaces my trunk, and I put that on his shoulder, and I point with my trunk over to Leah. That was not nice.
I agree, it wasn't very nice of them to waste my time like that. I'm glad that we're in agreement, friend.
Oh my god.
How? How heavy is this guy? How heavy is
Oh no!
He is an adult man. I don't know.
WWE.
he? He's an adult. I am an adult, sir. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to hoist him up.
I mean, you can strength check him.
Okay, I would like to strength check him, please.
Alright, yeah, roll strength.
Okay. I will strength. Oh, beans.
Oh,
Why is this
oh
rude?
my gosh!
You kind of like grab him like around the waist and are trying to lift him up. But he just kind of, maybe he's a little heavier than he looks. Maybe it's all the gold in his pockets or something like that. But
Oh, okay, okay. Well, in that case, I would
you
like.
struggle to lift him, but don't succeed in doing so. And he kind of like steps back from you as you're just kind of like
Okay,
floundering
well,
around trying to pick him up, and says, "Unhand me, you brute! What exactly do you think you're doing?"
when he calls me a brute, I'm gonna rage,
Oh no!
and then I'm going to try it again, because I will have advantage on strength checks when I do this. So there's a 19
Oof! Damn.
or a. Okay, so it's the 19.
Oh
Oh
god!
my god.
All right. Yeah, you step forward again. As the others kind of walk up on him too, he kind of takes a second to look back at Anthena and Leah walking up behind him, and use that opportunity to walk up and grab him. This time you just like kind of throw him over your shoulder.
Yeah, I throw him over my shoulder. I go over yonder, and I just drop him into the water.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Splash.
Splash! How deep is the water? We're not gonna kill him, right?
I mean, it is deep. Like his head goes under when you throw him in, and as he kind of coughing and spluttering, returns to the surface completely drenched. He's treading water now, so it is relatively deep.
But he
As you
can
look down,
swim?
it does appear to be seawater. Yeah, he's treading water.
Okay.
He'll
Well,
be
that's
fine.
fine.
If he knows how to
He'll be
tread
fine.
water, he'll be okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Oh,
We didn't do that.
run!
That
Run!
wasn't us.
As you guys are looking down at the Count, who is treading water and just uttering all manner of curses in Elven, Dorvish, and every other language at you guys, you see, you turn to your left and see that one of the manor guards, one of the estate guards, an orcish woman who's rather tall, I'd say probably taller than everybody except Kgox, and wearing full plate, walks up to you guys and just kind of lets out a long sigh. Listen, I find him annoying too, but you can't just go throwing people in the moat. I'm the one that's got to fish him out, you know.
That shouldn't really be your job. It's not your responsibility what's in the moat. You can't tell us you haven't been wanting to do that.
Well, the thought has crossed my mind several times, which is why I'm not punishing you for. But you can't just go throwing people in the moat. We can't just let lawlessness rule here.
Is there any law about speaking ill of people? Because he definitely broke that one.
He needed
Not
to
really,
cool
no.
off. I was merely helping him.
Haven't you ever heard about sticks and stones?
I know what sticks are. I know what stones are.
It's, well, yes, but it's a turn of phrase, you know. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but names can never hurt me. It's a whole thing.
Please don't give him any more ideas.
What I mean to say is, people can be rude to you. You don't have to toss them in the moat, even if it's funny.
No, they were not rude to me. They were rude to my battle sister. And I glare back at the guy in the water because I'm still seeing red.
Well,
And it was
the,
also pretty funny.
the rule still applies for battle sisters, and I agree it was funny, but, you know, don't do it again. You all right down there, Count Wallinger? She yells. He just yells back at her, just cursing again. Arrest these ruffians!
Oh my god. He's a count?
What is a count?
It means he's a very important person. Kgox, you threw a very important person in the moat. He's saying we're going to get arrested again. I mean,
Titles mean nothing on the battlefield, Sarisa.
I didn't say that. Why did you throw a count in the moat?
How is
She
the-
glances back towards the other guard, the Nyanhari man, and just goes, Abalon, get the rope again. And
Again?
he just goes over to the side, and you see him just reach over the kind of balustrade of the bridge here and grabs a rope that they just have there, and then passes it to her and goes back.
Can
Well,
I help
I would
her
like to
if she
end my
needs some
rage.
help?
Yeah, she just throws the rope over the side, and Count swims over. All right, tie it around yourself. And once it's tied, she just single-handedly just yanks him up, not really straining at all.
You can't even climb a rope. What a
Oh.
loser. What a weak little bitch.
And he flops down onto the wood of the bridge, just completely drenched, looking like a drowned rat. And he stumbles to his feet, tries to kind of shake off some of the water from his noble vestments, and looks at the orcish woman and says, Aja, I do hope that you plan to arrest this lot. And she looks back and goes, well, Well,
Anthena smiles very politely.
well, you are being a bit of a nuisance, Count. Just a little bit. So, how about we just call it even? Really don't want to go down to the jail today. The Count looks more and more incensed by that.
I'm gonna cast Charm Person on the Count.
Okay. What's the save on that again?
It is Wisdom save.
All right. What's your save?
13.
He got a 10.
Yes. Okay.
So you see him kind of like, yeah, you cast that. You see him suddenly like straighten up. He brushes off some of the water from his noble raiments and says, actually, Aja, I think I've changed my mind. In fact, I was rather in the mood for a swim. It's quite a hot day today, and well, my friends here were just helping me get a head start. Aja just stares at the four of you. All right, what's this now? I suppose if it... You know what? I'm not going to bother. Just go your separate ways, the five of you. Separate ways? Why, of course not. We're best friends.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've really, it was just kind of a practical joke on friends, I'm glad the Count has finally come to his senses and, realized it was beneficial to everybody what just happened. So, we'll be on our way.
Yeah, Aja's just like, rubbing both temples with one hand, as though she's got a migraine. And just says, just be on your way, please. The lot of you.
Yes, of course, absolutely. You have a great day. Thank you.
She doesn't say anything back. She just returns to her post.
Okay. And Dina starts walking this way to like try to get out of earshot of them, of the guards. I mean, and I'm assuming he just follows us. Yep. Okay. I kind of like lean away from the Count for a second. I'm like, okay, guys, I might have made a bit of a mistake. Well, I wanted to maybe help us get out of the situation a little bit. And so I just kind of cast a little bit of magic on the Count just to make him a more, amendable to us and the whole situation. But now it seems like...
Well, now, friends, where to next? Would you like to take a swim in the moat as well? It was quite refreshing. Perhaps you'd enjoy one.
Oh my god. Oh god. Oh Lord.
I think we're good, actually. But
Is he
thanks
he
for the
requesting
offer.
to go back into the moat? I
No.
can make
No,
that happen.
Kcox, no. I don't
No.
think he wants to go back in the moat. Say, Count, well insured, it's getting kind of late. Don't you think you should maybe head home, or could we walk you home, or?
Oh, no need. I don't want to trouble you. But you're right, it is getting late, and I am quite busy, as I remember, my dear friends.
Oh yes, I remember you said you had lots to do. So
Of course, I hate to cut this little get-together short. It is quite nice to see you all again.
yes, wonderful. Oh, one thing I will say, before you go, would you mind paying my friend Leah here a compliment on her wonderful hair?
Well, you needn't even request it, I was going to say. That color looks quite lovely on you.
I have to agree.
Thank you.
Now then, until we meet again, friends. And he hugs you.
I hug him in return, give him a little pat, and like try to like shake some of the water off of his coat. Have a good day.
Hug. Um,
He hugging us.
I give him a very, very firm hug.
he hugs each of you and then waddles off, skipping his step.
Skipping his step and a goldfish in his trousers, probably.
We're the only friends he's ever made in his entire life.
Oh my god.
And we were fake friends.
Okay, guys, we kind of need to get out of here because in an hour, at least the last time I tried to do something like that, they kind of knew that I had cast something on them. So we really maybe need to steer clear of that guy from now on.
Oh my
So
goodness.
yeah.
You don't have to
I
say
thought-
that twice. He was kind of an asshole.
Oh, for sure. I just thought it would be better than him going and trying to get us arrested. So
Merely throw him in the moat again. It's fine.
Don't throw any more counts into the moat. We don't need to be gaining any more attention.
How am I supposed to know what a count is? Everyone
Yes.
dresses so differently.
Easy. If they look very fancy, Kgox, that probably means they're very important.
Pegux looks at Cerisa and then, like, testingly picks her up.
No, put me down.
I testingly start carrying her over to the edge.
No. No. Put me down, Kgox.
I put Cerisa down. You all look fancy to me.
Didn't I say no more people in the moat today?
That's right, Kgox. No more people in the moat.
I set Cerisa down.
I think to be on the safe side, we should just refrain from throwing anybody in any body of water, despite how much they might deserve it.
Perhaps you didn't inform me when it would be appropriate to take such an action.
That sounds like a great idea, because I'm sure it will be at some point. You know, it's always good to be able to throw people in water. So, yes.
That's right. Next time we want you to do it, we'll give you some sort of
Oh, like a code word.
yeah.
Yeah. What should it be?
I think Kgox throw that guy in the water would be pretty good.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
that would work. No sense confusing him. Being like, oh, okay, Gox, a bird. And he's like, where?
That's right.
Oh.
That sounds perfect.
Over there on that bench, there's the bird.
It's the bird. We
I
found
found
it.
the
Throw it in
bird.
the water. Hey, Gox, throw the bird in the water right now.
Not the bird.
I was thinking something along the lines of like, Kgox, make that man a fish, and then you throw him in the water and he becomes a fish. But you know, I think it would get a little confusing.
Yes, I think more straight answer or straight.
I prefer the direct approach.
There we go. Direct approach. So next time we'll just tell you, hey Kgox, throw that somebody into the water.
I can do that. That is very doable. But I still do not want my friends to suffer from an insult.
Which we all appreciate, Kgox, but last thing we need is to get arrested again.
We would merely break out again. I don't see why this keeps being an issue.
Anyway, I think we best make ourselves scarce. Yes?
Indeed.
Good. Now I'm going to go say goodbye to my friend, Mr. Almond.
Is
The
that
bird.
the bird,
You named the bird.
Mr. Almond? Okay.
She named
I
it.
want to go talk. Let's go talk to Mr. Almond. Honestly.
I can wait. I can talk to Mr. Almond.
Oh,
my
wait, you speak with.
I can talk to Mr. Almond.
It's right!
I have comprehend languages, but I don't know if that works on animals.
Mr. Almond.
It's like, yes, see?
Beast speech.
This is
Yeah. Oh wait, the
almond.
necklace. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
Let me beast speak to this bird.
Yeah, it's in your inventory. now.
Yay! Okay. I'm looking at it. 10 minutes. Okay, I can talk to him for 10 minutes. Alright,
Hee hee.
I'm gonna talk to the bird.
All right. Yeah.
I know
So
what's
you sort of touch the necklace to activate it, and what do you say?
I look at Sarisa and I say, Sarisa, what would you like me to talk to the bird about?
Oh. Did it like the bread?
Alright, so I look at the bird and I say, did you, like the bread that my friend here gave you?
It speaks back, female voice, and says,
Oops.
Mrs. Almond.
Mrs. Almond.
Yeah, Mrs. Almond.
it was quite nice. It's been some time since I've had one of the almond rolls from Fair de Lavenois.
Oh, you've been there then?
Several times, yeah.
Do they give out, pastries to you, or anything they have, left over, or have you snuck in and taken a few things for yourself?
Snuck in? No, but the little one likes to give sample.
Ah, yes. Sprout. Quite a little, quite a little rapscallion. I had a question for you, if you wouldn't mind.
Very well, feel free.
That count that was here earlier, I know he was petitioning for something from the Lady Mirasoir, but has anybody else been here to try and get an audience with her?
Now, why would you ask a question like that?
Well, it might be of interest. If she's not seeing anyone, then I don't know. There has to be a reason why.
I'm sure the lady will be all right without your concern. I watch from the walls, and she seems to be rather healthy.
Well, then maybe she just doesn't like that count. I wouldn't either. He's quite rude.
He is quite a nuisance.
I do believe he did deserve to get thrown into that moat.
It was rather funny, I will admit.
I'm glad you can appreciate a bit of humor. But that was all I was wondering. I appreciate your willingness to answer my question.
Ooh, Leah,
Oh,
Leah.
Yes, Teresa, what is it?
Ask Almond if is it he or she?
It's a she, female bird.
Oh, ask Mrs. Almond if she's seen anything interesting.
Yes, my friend here would like to know if you've seen anything interesting as of late.
Mrs. Almond, she says, understanding Sarisa, by the way.
Yes, it would seem that my friend here has dubbed you Mrs. Almond because you had one of the
Well-
almond sweet rolls.
It's a rather silly name. I'm not married.
Miss Almond.
Almond.
Would you prefer that?
I suppose it suits. If it suits your purposes, I guess you can call me that.
All right. I'll
We
turn
get
to
the
Teresa
bird
and go,
married.
Miss Almond.
Okay. Hee.
But yes, Miss Almond, have you seen anything interesting as of late?
Oh, well, there's always interesting things happening in the city. If you know
Well,
where to look.
that is true, but is there anything that is out of place as of late? Anything interesting that is not just the usual Marinol tussle and bustle?
Well, of course, there's the preparations for the Lantern Festival.
True.
But I wouldn't say that that's unusual. preparations have been going on along quite well.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear it.
And, well, I would say the most unusual thing that's occurred is, well, just a few moments ago, a rather large fellow just tossed Count Wallinger in the moat.
Ah, that does sound quite surprising.
Probably the most interesting thing that's happened in the past week, I would say.
All right. Well, that's good to know. I'll turn over to Cerisa and go, well, it doesn't seem like she's seen anything as of late. Is there anything else you wanted to ask her?
Well, do I know that the pelican says that she watches on the walls?
I will relay that back to
Yeah, Leah, you can
the
just say
group.
you relay
Yeah.
to the others what she's
I'm telling
translate.
Yeah.
It would appear that the pelican can understand you guys, but you can't understand it.
Have you seen anything interesting going on in there? And I'll point into like the point towards the walls of the mansion. Right? It's a
The
mansion.
manor.
Mm-hmm.
In the manor. Nothing too exciting lately. Mostly
What?
business as usual there.
Well, I suppose.
Servants and butlers bustling about and, well, making preparations for Sea Lantern Festival and all that, and, well, nothing too out of the ordinary. The city's been running quite smoothly lately, I would say.
Well, I suppose that's. Oh wait, can we understand Pelican? No, we
I'm
can't.
translating the pelican.
Ah, okay. That's right.
Live translation of the pelican.
Yeah, we can just assume that Leah will translate if you want, just to cut out the middleman of having to
All right. Cool.
have Leah repeat everything I say.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it's good to know that nothing's out of the ordinary.
And I'll address to Leah, but then realize, oh wait, I can like talk to the pelican. Have you ever seen anybody successfully get inside and have a meeting with the lady of the estate?
Well, of course, just not Count Wallinger.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
like
I mean,
like who?
Oh, well, there's all sorts of nobles who come and go, and, well, Lady Mariswa meets with all sorts of people. But, she picks and chooses her company, as is her right to do.
So
do you know what they talk about?
Well, I always lose focus a little bit when they go on long conversations. It's not quite my area of interest.
I guess that makes sense. Can't really expect a bird to care about state business.
Yes, quite. Rather nice being a bird.
Wait.
What's the best part about being a bird?
I'd have to say the flying, probably.
Yeah, that does seem very appealing. I'd love to be able to fly.
Wait. Side quest. Hold up.
Becoming a bird.
No. They have a court magician, guys. Remember?
We asked the court magician to become a bird?
No. Totally.
Yes.
But nah, one of the side quest thingies was for our two lovebirds.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we need to get... It was like we had multiple ways of maybe attaining a magic object for her.
Yeah.
And one of them was getting in here.
Yeah. So we could ask about the magician. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Cerise is gonna be like, important question, very important question. What about the family's court magician?
I see her from time to time. trotting about the grounds and in the garden. What about her?
Okay, did we hear that the court magician doesn't really meet with people, right?
Yeah, it was like hard to get an audience just in the estate, I think, in general.
The
Got it.
court magician is quite busy usually.
Alright, what should I ask? Well, see, we're on a very important mission, and we might need to speak with the court magician.
Well, I suppose if you wanted, you could tie a letter to my leg. I can fly right over the walls, and if I see her, I'll drop by. She does occasionally toss a fish or two to me from the kitchen.
Guys, we need a piece of paper.
Leo pulls out a piece of paper and a quill that she's just like had.
She just has it.
Yeah, no, she has all sorts of writing stuff. She has a spell book, for God's sake.
Oh, yeah, I guess that does. I kind of forgot about the spellbook. Yeah.
Well, okay.
And Sarisa the entirety of Staples.
This is perfect. So, how do we get the court magician to meet us through this letter?
We could. I mean, the truth of the situation is quite compelling. We could just be like, "This is a matter of deep and unrequited love. Please
Yes!
help."
For love!
For
Of
love.
course! Yes!
Well, I'm a
Love,
sucker for
you know,
a love story.
as are a lot of people. I know. No, and nothing beats a good love story. So I feel like people will be inclined to help.
Yes!
We should also include a point in which they can meet with us, like a location.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I don't think we should tell the court magician our, our base of operation.
What about?
Yeah.
And then Kagox like looks around and he looks for like one of the big windmills, and he points to the windmills. It's like, why not in front of one of those big spires with the crystals?
Ooh, that could work. We'd have to also set but would the court magician come out? I wonder.
I mean, we could just like ask for an audience. I mean,
Yeah.
rather than like have them, because it sounds like they don't leave a lot. So we could just be like, "Hey, we've got this situation. We're trying to help these two people have a lovely, happily ever after. Could we please get an audience with you?" or something like that.
Yes. Honesty is the best policy.
That's
And of
true.
course, we have to include that they're very much in love.
Yes. And that they're perfect for each other. They both love gardening. And they both are farmers. They have so much in common.
They're soulmates. We need her help desperately.
One of them is red and one of them is blue.
Alright, so seems like the contents of our letter is clear. We tell the court magician the truth, that it is a matter of love. And how would the court magician write back to us though? I look at the pelican.
That is why we arranged the meeting. They are to meet us at a certain location. Then they can speak to us at the time in which we choose.
Well, you can just have her tie another message to my leg, and I can find you. Quite good at finding people in the city.
Hee there we go.
Messenger pelican.
Messenger pelican,
Messenger
let's
pelican.
go! It's like, I think that works. We can use. Is it Miss or Mrs.?
Miss.
Miss. We can have Miss Almond here help us.
Yeah, that sounds good. Miss Almond, do you know of a tavern called the Tipsy Quipper?
Yes, indeed. Sometimes I
well-
see the seagulls that sit atop it.
Yes, well, so that's where we kind of are living at the moment. So, if she sees the message and she writes back, you could maybe find us around there. But if we're not around there, we're probably somewhere else around town. So,
Very well. I don't think I should have any issue finding you, though. You do rather stand out.
oh,
Mm.
we do. That's not great.
Yes, but you did just toss one of the counts into the moat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't do that around here often. That's not a normal thing.
Not particularly often.
I didn't think so.
All right, so we really gotta put a stop to the throwing people in rivers.
Yes, I think that'd be
Yeah.
for the best.
Yeah.
But anyway, Leah, are you writing the
Yes.
letter?
Yeah, Leah's like been writing this whole time, and she's got like a wonderfully written letter that is very detailed. And she goes, "I think this should suffice. It might be a little bit wordy."
Well, I trust you, Leah. As long
Thank
as
you,
you
Sarisa.
That's right. As long as you made sure to include that it's for love, then I'm sure the court magician will give us an audience.
Yeah, Leah, where she wrote love on the letter, she wrote it in all caps with like underlines under it.
Love.
Like, it's for love. Do you think this will get the point across?
Oh,
I
it
think so.
has to. Yeah.
Absolutely.
How can she say no to a proposition like this?
Yes,
this
and
would
I'm
be-
drawing a smiley face on the bottom of it.
Oh my gosh, a smiley face. Well, that'll surely do the trick.
Yes, that'll show her that we only have the best of intention.
I don't think she's definitely not received any kinds of letters like this before, so I really think this will stand out.
Well, I trust you, Leah. Smile.
All right. Well,
Yes,
Leah will-
you finish your letter and tie it around the leg of the pelican with a little bit of string. And the pelican just kind of like as you finish tying it around, just shakes her leg a little bit to make sure it won't fall off, and then looks at Julia and says, "Well then, is that all then?"
I think so. Anybody else have anything they'd like to say?
Nope.
Very well then, I shall be on my way.
Thank
If
you,
there's-
Miss
if there's-
Almond.
If there's a response, I'll find you soon.
Very much appreciate the help.
And the pelican spreads her wings and lifts off gracefully into the sky, where she
Bye, Miss Almond.
sails up over the walls.
Thank you so much, Miss Almond. Hee hee.
Wow, she's so graceful. Look at her.
Wow.
What a beautiful bird.
And so now you find yourselves alone in the square. What would you like to do?
I think we've interacted with any character token around here, so
All right.
are we want to head to the bathroom house?
You are very good at that.
Good at what?
Who is Kagog's talking to?
No, he's just kind of standing there, assuming that people know who he's talking to. No, he's talking to Leah. He's talking.
Leah looks between like Anthena and Teresa and then points at herself like, me.
Me. No, you are very good at scribing runes onto that, and he taps the book.
Writing. I suppose. I mean, I've done a lot of notation in my time, so I don't know. I think, for one, my handwriting is a bit messy, so I hope that the court magician can read it. Write a little bit fast.
Is this a normal form of communication between peoples
I would say
by
so.
writing?
Yes, well, obviously people communicate via speech, but writing is a good way to get information on paper and have it. But you can also talk with letters or with signs that say things like "stay out" or things like that.
I see many of these runes on the outsides of these structures.
Yes, Kegos, I believe those are signs. Can you not read them?
I cannot.
Well, that's a problem. Do you want me to teach you?
You would teach me how to make these runes and put them down on paper. Is that what you've called this?
Yes. I mean, I would be delighted to. I think that everybody should have the chance to learn how to read and to write, and I think it's very important because, especially in today's society, you'd want to notate everything on paper. I'd be more than happy to teach you, although I might not be the best teacher, because I do write too fast, and I think my handwriting's not that good, but I'd be more than happy.
I would be honored to be taught how to read and write.
All right, well, we'll do that later when we get back to the Tipsy Quipper, then.
Mm-hmm. And he's very, he gives a proud nod, like, I will learn.
Aw.
Kagos becomes literate.
Yeah, I look forward to
Yeah.
the ongoing literacy plot for Kagos.
Yes. Kagok slowly learns how to become literate. It's the best thing ever.
I think every session from now on needs to open with Kagos like learning a new letter.
Yes, I think so. I agree.
I'm here for it. I'm here for that.
Yeah.
Dude.
So you discuss that as you make your way towards Steamhouse, but it's a short walk from Marysois Square to the Misthaven Steamhouse, and soon off to your right as you walk down the road, you see a larger building sitting nestled amongst the sort of residential quarter, which is just billowing out steam from tall chimneys on its roof. And as you approach it, you can see an elegantly crafted metal sign above the door that reads Misthaven Steamhouse.
Oh, what does this sign say?
Well, it would appear that we've reached our destination. It says the Misthaven Steamhouse.
Is this where they take the baths?
Yes.
Egox nods and he walks over to this fountain and takes off like his waist wrap, and then he gets into this little fountain.
No, Kagok!
No,
Kagok! Not in the
Wait.
fountain!
Not
Kagok!
Kagos.
Kagok!
The bats
They're inside. They're inside the building. Kagok.
But there is water out here. I apologize. I am very confused. And
It's
alright.
he steps back out.
Kagos, maybe you want to put a little bit of clothing back on, yes.
He looks down and then he looks to everybody else and he's like, oh, and then he puts his pelt back around his waist.
Anyway,
and silence.
let's go inside. Kagos, you
The silence is
follow
deafening.
me, Kagos. Okay.
It's okay, Kagos.
Kagos, it
I mean-
happens to everybody.
It really is a bit confusing. I mean, there's water out here.
There's
you
water
know.
outside, there's water inside, water
Yeah.
everywhere. But I suppose that well, I've been here before. It's just hot water. It's water.
Oh, you've been here before?
Uh-oh.
Not
mean-
looking like this.
The hair dye should hold up, but you might just want to be careful that the adhesive on the mustache doesn't like fall
Right,
off
of course,
because
of
of the
course.
steam.
I'll
So
be sure not to submerge my head or
yeah,
anything
okay.
like that.
You say the water is hot. What is it like to take a hot bath?
Well, you're about to find out.
Is it not custom to take warm baths where you're from, K-Rox?
It is very cold where I am from. There may have been springs of warmer water, but I'm not sure if that's the same thing. We don't bathe in those.
Oh, why not?
Because the water is hot.
Oh.
Oh. We might have to keep an eye on you, K-Rox. I'm a little bit concerned you might pass out.
So the four of you make your way inside. A little bell above the door rings as you enter, and you make your way into the lobby of the steam house.
Hmm.
Oh, this music is so relaxing.
Oh, I love it.
You can see in the center there's sort of a registry desk where a water genasi woman sits, and she greets you as you enter and says, welcome to Mist Haven Steam House. Are you here to have a steam bath then?
Yes, all four of us, if that's all right.
Very well. The baths are not too busy at the moment, so it's the perfect time. I imagine most folk are home for dinner right now, which is a little bit of a lull in how busy the baths are.
What time of day are you most busy normally?
Late in the evening, sort of after the dinner hour. But some of the older folk do come in the mornings as well.
Leah, how much gold do we have left?
Oh, no.
I don't think we've thought this through.
I think it'll be fine. Probably.
Are you sure?
Oh wait.
Yes. I think so.
So, how much will it be for the four of us?
A gold each will get you an hour's stay.
Leah, do we have that much?
I'll be broke, though.
Oh my god.
We need money. We
Okay.
gotta figure this out.
It's fine. Leah will walk up to the counter and, put 4 gold on the counter. Be very sad about it. But she'll do it.
I'll message Leah. I'll be like, we're gonna get your money back, I promise. We'll
It's
find a
okay.
way.
It's okay.
The woman who kind of embroidered into the gown that she's wearing has her name on it. Million Misthaven. Just jots down kind of that a group of 4 was entering at this time so that she can keep track of kind of how long and how many people are within the baths. And then once she's done jotting that down, puts the quill back in the inkwell and gestures to the 2 doors behind her and says, the change rooms are behind you. Please do make sure to change into your robes before you enter the bath.
Wait. Psst. Hey guys, what about our bread bag?
It's true.
Ooh. Everything-
Would there be
Some-
lockers where we can place our things?
Yes, there are dressers within the change rooms where you can leave your belongings. You just catch your eyes, glance at the large sack of bread that you're carrying on. I think that should fit.
Whew. Okay, good.
Thank God. The bread will be
Great. The bread will be safe, and it'll be warm when we get out. It'll be steamed.
Steamed
just worried
bun.
about it getting soggy.
Let's go.
It gets
Oh, no.
damp.
Oh no! Will it
It'll
get
be
soggy?
warm. It'll be warm, guys.
No, it's
You are-
steamed buns. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
steamed
a different, different recipe. That's how they
true.
make it, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Totally. That's totally how it works.
yeah.
Would,
Yeah,
would the
yeah.
three of you
I think
want to
that's the
take
recipe.
the bag of bread?
What?
Would the three of you want to take the bag of bread?
Sure.
Kegok hands over the bag of bread.
Wait, can we carry the bag?
Oh, I forgot he was carrying it.
Nah,
We can all carry it together.
Yeah.
It's just
Everybody put a
bread,
hand
it's
on the
not that
bag.
heavy.
Okay, good. I forgot how much bread we bought. I know we bought a lot.
A lot, but it's just bread.
Let Soriza carry it. She's tough.
All right,
I
we're
think
good to go.
To go, yeah.
We've paid, so Kegox, will you be
Yeah.
all right in the men's baths by yourself?
I'm not going with you.
That's a good question. Is the main
Yeah,
bath
customary.
split by gender or?
Million gestures here and says, ladies to my right and gentlemen to the left. But the baths themselves, once you've changed into your robes, are unisex, but the change rooms are separated for your privacy.
Oh, okay. Kegox, all you have to do is get changed, and then you'll be able
He looks down like changed.
Oh no.
No, they offer a robe. It's like a garment of clothing. It's kind of like long and white, I'm imagining, and it's nice and fluffy. It's kind of like
a shaman's robes, like a shaman's robes.
Yeah,
exactly, yeah.
totally.
Yes, but
Yes.
probably much simpler. Just one layer.
I know what that is. I'm very confident that I can change into these shamanistic clothes. And she said to the men to the left.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
no.
gestured here.
Okay, and he
pointed.
he gives a nod of affirmation and a thumbs up with his trunk to his friends, and he goes through the door.
Santina gives you a double thumbs up. I fully thought he was gonna go in
Yeah,
the wrong room.
Leah also gives
I
me
was
thumbs
prepared.
up. Oh boy,
I think he's got it. He's gonna.
he'll be
he's gonna do it.
fine.
Oh boy.
So you each make your way into the change rooms, which are already sort of filled with this steam in the air and are quite warm. There are sort of like hot ember steam baths in the center that are turning out this steam, as well as you can see these little buckets filled with different sort of incense and liquids that they sometimes pour onto the embers to create sort of a scented steam. But all along the walls are these wooden lockers where you can just find an empty one, and as you pull it open, you find a nice clean white robe inside. Kigox, on your end, there is an older man, an elderly fellow, who's kind of changing into his robe in the change rooms on your side.
I give him a nod of acknowledgement, and I look down at my pelt, and then where am I to find these robes? She gave us a robe, correct?
She said there's robes in each of the lockers in the empty ones.
I go up to one of these wall boxes, and I will take out a robe, and
Is it gonna fit?
Oh.
You can just tie it around his
that's a
waist.
good question, because he's an 8-foot tall, 300-some-pound fella.
They don't
They
have differing
are-
size robes. This place
they are-
sucks.
They are designed to fit big, but it's a little bit of a tight fit even for you.
Okay, I take off the pelt from around my waist, and I put on the robe that is a little tight in the shoulders, probably, and I look down at my pelt, and then I look to the man and say, "Where shall I put this?"
He kind of looks up for a second, realizing that she's talking to him, and says, "Oh, well, you can just leave your things in one of the lockers. Pick one and use that for your stay here."
Mm. What if someone takes it?
Ah, well, of course, the front desk is monitoring all that, so you needn't worry about theft. I've been going here for, 50 years now, and never had a single thing stolen.
50 years. That is quite a time. And I put my pelt in where the robe was, but my pelt is probably extremely fragrant.
Oh no.
Oh no!
And I thank the man for explaining it to me. I am not from here. What is your name, wise one?
My name is Samson. Nice to meet you.
I am Kegox of Clan Stormhide.
I see. First time at the baths, then.
Indeed.
Well, once you've changed and your things are away, they're just through the door there.
Very well. I thank you for your wisdom, Samson. And Kegox proudly strides through whenever he's done.
Yeah, he gives you another nod of acknowledgement back, and you make your way through. On the ladies' end, you each find an empty locker and a robe within, and unless you're doing anything particular, can change and make your way into the bath.
How big is this robe on me?
Pretty big. It's more like a wizard's robe for you, Sarisa.
I should have known.
Like the
Do they have
sleeves kind of hang off the end of your hands. Yeah, they got it. They have it.
OMG.
They're very plush. They're very soft.
And Thina is absolutely relishing in that. She's like, I have never been to a place like this. This is, oh my gosh.
It's rather relaxing, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, it's,
And so the four of you, each on your own side, make your way into the steam baths proper. We can see sort of a little walled off section where there's a little kettle and table with steaming cups of tea already prepared and poured for you to pick up for yourselves.
This place is
there's
awesome.
The table itself has sort of a little carving into the side of it that just reads, help yourselves.
Kegox just instinctively takes one for each hand and then one for his trunk.
Oh no.
And then he just makes his way over into the bath with 3 cups of tea.
What
And
kind
so
of
you,
tea is it?
it's a green tea.
Yes, all right. I was
Yummy.
hoping.
It's a jasmine green.
This makes
And
me
so
want tea.
you round the side of that little wall to the bath proper after you've picked up your tea, and you can see off to your left Kegox rounding the wall too. As you make your way out into the steam baths, you can see several other patrons all kind of seated around. Some of them wading into the water, some of them just sort of sitting and having their feet dangle in it. But the room itself is swelteringly hot like a sauna, and there's just steam everywhere.
And Thina's
You
gonna
can sort of
message.
feel the moisture in the air.
Yeah, I'm gonna message the whole group, and I'll just be like, okay, do we want to stick together, or do we think we should maybe split up and try to talk to multiple people?
I'm sleepy.
I think it might seem weird if we come in as a group and then split up, so it's probably best if we stay together.
Okay, all right.
We can just seem like we're a little friend group who's had an outing, you know.
Okay. So
Yeah.
do we, which one do we want to go to?
Good question. I think Kegox might pass out. He looks a little sweaty.
I'll message Kgox, be like, Kgox, are you okay?
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
We should go join
Okay,
him.
we might have to do something about that.
They put you in this hot room with all of this hot water. They give you hot things to drink. Have I died and gone to hell?
Leah
No,
is
Kgox, you're not in hell. It's okay. This is
she's
meant to be
gonna
relaxing.
cast she's gonna attempt to cast like chill touch, but not like in a damaging way, just like
Yeah, fair enough. I
yeah.
think that's reasonable. Especially because it's
Yeah.
already so hot in here. It
Yeah.
kind of just cool you down.
Yeah, so she's gonna cast chill touch on Kgox.
Very well. Yeah, you feel like just a coolness flow over you, Kegok.
Ah. Okay, this is not hell anymore.
Hell averted.
Yeah, hell averted.
So you can see several different groups kind of sitting around the baths. What would you like to do?
Alright, gang, who we want to talk to?
There's two elven women to your right that are kind of gossiping to each other. There's an elf and a Nyanhari man over in the corner talking casually. And then there's an older elven woman sitting quietly and a younger elven woman kind of sitting to herself as well.
Hagox kind of like just sits on the edge and he puts his feet in the water
Same.
just so that way he can acclimate. He needs to acclimate to this.
He's like a fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leah is just like full sending it.
Wait, how deep is the water?
It doesn't really get over like kind of an average waist height in depth. There's sort of like a step down into it first, and then where you can rest your feet if you're sitting on the side. But then if you want to step down even further, then it'll go to about your waist. Probably a little higher for the short people. It's a little higher than your waist. Maybe almost up to your collarbone for the shorter people, but it's about waist high on average.
Okay. Cerise is gonna be self-conscious and make sure she doesn't, show off that she's a short.
Like, we
You
don't
can-
know that.
Yeah, we know that already.
Stop.
You can also just eavesdrop if you want. Like you can just roll perception to eavesdrop on people if you don't want to
Yes.
immediately approach and talk.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Eavesdropping. Never
Eavesdrop.
mind. Leah got a 12.
Oh my god, I got a 7!
Which one is it?
I'm proficient in this, I'm just rolling bad.
I have a +3, bro.
Perception works. Don't forget that you have guidance, Teresa.
That's right. Can I put guidance on myself, or is that on other people?
Yourself, on other people. The only limit is that you have to be able to touch a person.
Dude, I'm gonna.
It
So
is
anyone
too
who's
hot.
within touch distance, or of course just yourself counts as well. But like basically any of those rolls on that big long list, Sarisa, like anything from acrobatics to survival, you should just be guidancing, like just all the time. As
Oh
long as
my
you can touch the
god.
person, just guidance everything because it's a cantrip, so you can just freely cast it.
Let's go. Okay, how do I cast guidance?
Well, it just adds a D4 to whatever you're rolling.
Oh,
So
okay.
just say, I want to cast guidance on that, and then roll a d4 on the left side of your character sheet. In the bottom left, you click that little dice, and then the little pyramid one is the d4.
Oh,
Just
okay. That's how.
Click one, and then roll it. And
Okay.
it'll roll you a d4, and then you add that to whatever you roll. So it's basically
Okay.
just like a little buff on every roll that you're doing.
Ooh, cool. So do I roll the guidance thing first, and then my roll, or?
Typically, you do the roll and then go out, or you guidance yourself, and then it would just be kind of on top of each other. But it doesn't really matter which one you do in which order.
Well, okay.
Yeah, typically you would be like, I want to guidance myself in anticipation of doing a roll first. But
Oh.
I'm pretty lax about it because guidance is just kind of there.
Okay.
It's always there.
How do I roll the 1d4 again?
So on the bottom left of your character sheet, there's a little dice there, like a little d20. And you click that and it expands the list of dice. The one at the very bottom, the pyramid, is the D4. You just click it once so that it says 1 next to it and then roll it. It's
Oh.
rolling 1 D4.
1, 1, 1. Nice.
Yeah, so then that 12 that you got is actually a 15 now.
Nice.
So guidance is pretty useful. You basically just guidance everything as long as it's from that big long list there in the center.
Let's go. Okay.
So yeah, as you guys are sitting there, you listen in on the closest ones. I would say nobody rolled high enough to listen in on conversations from where you are in the other groups, but you can definitely listen in on these girls here from where you're sitting
Yeah.
without moving. And you see them. They're not like making an effort to be like quiet. They're not whispering to each other in an effort to be secretive, but they are keeping their voices down out of sort of like politeness for the atmosphere. But I would say Sarisa with the highest roll, you're the one who overhears it. And the red-haired elf girl says, "Did you see that fellow at the tea shop? He's been there for how many days now?" And the blonde one goes, "Yes, it was a little bit sad, honestly." And the red-haired one goes, "Pathetic, more like. Imagine getting drunk at a tea shop." And the blonde-haired one goes, well, you never know what's going on in people's lives." And the red-haired one goes, "But there's a tavern right next to it. Getting drunk in a tea shop. Sad, really."
Hmm. We gotta
And
check out that tea shop.
Yeah, we
they gossip about various things from there.
Has a tea shop been mentioned before, or is it on the map? Not that I have the map on me, but
You recall Anthena, of course, as you remember. But among the list of things that Camille told you guys to check out, she said just kind of anywhere where people congregate, including everything from the restaurants, the taverns, and the cafes. And so she would have pointed you towards Merchant Square if you were looking for a tea cafe.
okay, all right, cool. I relay that once Sarisa probably relays that information that they were
Yeah,
saying.
Sarisa, you can say that you whisper it to everybody else so that they are filled in.
Yeah.
Seems interesting.
It does. Who gets drunk at a tea shop?
How would you even get drunk unless they're selling tea with alcohol in it? I haven't heard of such a thing, but maybe it exists. Is that a common practice in Marenhall? She asked Leah.
Great question. I don't
No.
think so. Yeah.
No.
There is no alcohol in this tea as he downs like the third cup of the tea.
No, it is rather uncommon to get drunk in a place like a tea house. They're more so meant for proper conversation, I suppose.
Well, yeah. Given my experiences with people being drunk in unusual places, there's probably something going on that he's trying to avoid. So, I don't know. Could be of interest to us.
Perhaps.
So as the girls that you're next to just kind of descend into gossiping about things that don't interest you, what would you like to do?
I mean, I
What if
want
they
to.
do interest me?
Yeah, what are they talking about?
What are they talking about?
The blonde-haired one is talking just endlessly about a date that she had the other night.
Well, I want to listen to
Gossip.
this.
Yeah, tell us. Yeah, tell us the hard goss.
Yeah, actually, as you guys are all staring at her and trying to listen in, she looks over at you and just kind of shoots you like a dirty look, like she can tell that
Oh,
you're
no.
listening in. And then they kind of move over here out of the way
Oh,
so that you can't actually overhear them.
Oh no. All right, time to go to the next.
Can we save this? I don't know. What's a normal reason to be staring at somebody? I don't think there is one.
Being like, you're hot.
Yeah, no, like, I was gonna be like, we were just admiring your beauty, but that's really weird in a bathhouse. I
Admiring
feel
your
like,
fat tits.
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, I think we. we
Your
ruined
hair
that.
is lovely.
This bathhouse leaves nothing to the imagination. Thanks.
Oh no.
Time to switch
Okay.
baths, I think.
Yeah, taking the hint, Anthea gets out and moves. What do we think? Pleasant elven women or cat boy?
The way you said it makes me feel like we should go to the cat boy.
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 Sounds like a Batman sidekick.
Yeah, instead of Robin, it's Catboy.
Batman and Catboy. Be a good show.
Yeah, that would be pretty fire, actually. Yoink.
Oh yeah,
Leah's
you
body's
kind
going
of,
into shock.
you move
Oh, yeah.
around into the other bath and sit over here, upon which it's a little easier to hear these fellows talking. They're not making kind of quite as much of an effort to keep quiet. They're just kind of having a casual conversation. And so you can overhear them as the Nyanhari man says, "Did you see that dancer at La Belendaloon the other night?" And the elf nods, and the Nyanhari continues, "It's like she had the whole room hypnotized. Nobody could tear their eyes away." And then the elven man says, "Maybe so, but I was a little more focused on the manager. Did you see how much money she had?" And the Nyanhari goes, "You were looking at the manager when there was a dancer on stage?" And the elven man goes, "Well, you know, I've just been considering a career change. And well, when I see that manager, she was just raking in money. Perhaps I'm in the wrong business." And the Nyanhari man goes, "Perhaps you are."
I'll kind of look to Leah, and then I'll just like see if I can like get their attention or make eye contact with them in any way. But just be like, excuse me, gentlemen, would you mind telling me what place you're talking about? Me and my friend were new in town, and we're looking for some entertainment, and that sounds like it was quite the experience."
"Quite the experience," says the Nyanhari man. And he says, "We're talking about La Belendaloon, the restaurant in Merchant's Round."
Oh, it's a restaurant, and they have a dancer?
"Yes, I think she's performing tonight, isn't she?" He looks at the elven man, who just nods.
Oh wow.
We might have to check that out.
Yes, yeah. Sounds like you had an awful amount of fun.
You could say that, I suppose.
Well, thank you for the information.
Happy to help, says the Nyanhari man. Oops. Focus.
What are you pinging?
ping.
Is there something in the water?
No.
Look, there's water
What's
there.
in the water?
Oh my god.
What's in the water? Is there a shark?
Oh no! It's the
Oh,
sea
no.
monster from
Oh,
earlier.
God. It's my friend.
I'm wondering, I feel, is it intrusive to be like, what career do you have that's not making a lot of money? I feel like that's not normal bathhouse
Here,
conversation.
to help out Aaliyah, we'll say it so that it doesn't seem suspicious. Leah will like look a little bit at them and say, "Pardon me, gentlemen. I hate to interrupt your bath, but I couldn't help but hear that you are considering a career change. I've just changed mine, and I was wondering if if you needed any pointers, I suppose."
The elven man speaking. He says, well, I'm an apprentice carpenter, but, it's a lot of manual labor, it's a lot of backbreaking work, and not always a ton of gold. Then I see that a talent manager at Labalan just sits there the whole time, rakes in the gold. Just thought maybe I made the wrong career choice, that's all.
I see. Well, carpentry is a wonderful art to have, and I think if you were to pursue that path, you'll probably end up making money. Talent managers have to have history of the things that they're managing anyways, so unless you want to become a dancer, I don't know how well you do as a talent manager.
The elven man looks at the Nyan Hari and says, Greta Gilderman, a dancer? I don't think so. I doubt she's got any history there.
Why would that be? Yes.
Well, she looks more like a brute than a graceful dancer.
Intriguing.
History as a soldier, maybe. I could believe that. But dancer? Don't count on it.
There's something to be said about the art of a battlefield and whatnot.
Suppose you're right, but like I said, she doesn't look like she's got a graceful bone in her body.
I see. Well, I might just have to see if she's got any tips for an aspiring moneymaker.
Suppose so, but if you ask me, she doesn't look all too friendly to strangers approaching her.
We can be quite persuasive.
Fair enough. Do it yourself.
Yes, we're strangers and you're talking to us, so...
The Nyan Hari man just kind of shrugs his shoulders and just goes, I don't know why you're all wasting your time with that, when you could just be watching the dancer on stage. It's much better time, I promise that.
Too. Don't worry, we'll see all of the sides.
Is there just one dancer? Does the restaurant host multiple kinds of talent?
Well, Labalan has bards and dancers pass through, but Ivy's been performing there lately.
Oh, is that the... Yeah, Ruta!
The dancer, yes, that's Ivy.
Right.
Flower dancer from Avrona. I've never seen one perform, but it's captivating.
I mean, must really be, the amount you guys are talking about it. We have to see it for ourselves. She, Anthena, looks over to Leah.
Yes, I've heard about these, flower dances. It might be nice.
Well, I highly recommend it.
Yes, again, thank you for your information and conversation. And she'll kind of turn to the elven man. Wish you better luck with money, I guess, in the future.
Well, I appreciate your well wishes. Have a nice bath then.
You as well. I'd give him a bardic, but I'm out of bardics, so he just gets a verbal well wish.
Thumbs up.
Yeah,
Well,
you got this, man.
Leah's gonna go look at this door over here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, before we get to Sarisa, Leah, you take a peek at this door. It's kind of a heavy stone door, with a rather sturdy looking lock on it.
I see.
Anybody have knock? No.
Son of a bitch! Alright. I see.
Sarisa, you make your way over to this bath in the top right here, and settle in. You're trying to see if it's more shallow, and you attempt to sit on the bottom. Is that the case, Sarisa? You are muted.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
Yes.
Then yeah, your head would probably go under.
No curses.
But you don't have to make your head go under if you don't want.
So I'm like trying to like kind of sit, like I'm in this awkward like sitting, like kind of standing-ish, right? Trying to test it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way. I feel dejected. I am so short.
The woman who's kind of sitting next to you just kind of like raises an eyebrow and watches you for a moment, and then just says, "You're all right. Don't drown yourself."
It must be nice being tall.
Well, I suppose I'd never thought about it, but I guess it is a little bit nice.
Oh. I have to say, I'm a mite jealous. Does she look taller than me? Please tell me. She looks
Yeah,
taller.
she's an elf. She's kind of light and tall.
Ah, I see. She's like, I'll say, it must be nice being tall and not being mistaken for a child.
Oh, well, I suppose I haven't been mistaken for a child, that's true. But I didn't think you were a child.
Please. There's no need to be so kind.
Well, it's not like I was attempting to flatter you or anything. It's just, well, you don't look like a child to me, that's all.
Thank you. My name is Sarisa, by the way. And you?
Nice to meet you. I'm Elspeth. She reaches out and shakes your hand.
I shake her hand back.
Are you new in town?
I am actually, me and my, friends.
I suppose you could say that I'm sort of new as well. But, how are you enjoying Marinol?
I'm enjoying it rather well, actually. It's a very nice place, Marinhall.
Yes, I think so too. That's why I decided to stay a little longer than I thought I would.
Oh? So you're not from around here?
Well, not really. I was living in Ikamura for quite some time. But I had to come back here to settle a debt or two.
Oof. Sounds unpleasant.
Not that unpleasant, really. It was a debt among friends, so it's not like I was in any danger. Having my kneecaps broken or anything like that.
Ooh. Well, that's reassuring.
That choice is
Wait.
yours, Leah.
I thought we were going in with, like, our robes?
No.
I don't know.
Not wearing
Yeah,
clothing
this
into
is-
the water? Are you
this is-
insane?
This is high fantasy. They just snap your robes shut.
Yeah, I thought.
I was concerned. I was like, are we
We are not wearing. We are not.
like, are we aware of one another's business now? Is that what?
Canonically, what do we know?
Gran, we
My
need
idea is
to
when you're
go.
out of the water, you have the robe on. But
Yeah.
the second that the steam in the water covers everything.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't have
Yeah.
your robe on.
You get
Yeah.
the creative
Censorship.
censoring. The creative
Yeah.
censoring.
Yeah.
goes
Yeah.
on.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
creative censorship.
But I was like, I didn't think we were wearing robes. So yeah, poor Kegox, he's passed out in the water.
Oh my god.
He's like, his arms are draped over the sides of the bath, and he's sitting spread eagle in the water.
Oh, God.
Leah's been scarred for life.
he's just out.
Man,
Anyways, Sarisa, what were you saying?
I don't remember.
Me neither.
girl, we got brain blasted.
But she was asking you if you're new in town and said that she is as well.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then she said that she really likes Marinholm. Stayed a little longer than she expected.
Ooh, nice. And then she also said she had some debts to repay.
Yeah, but she said amongst a friend, so
Amongst friends.
it's not like she was beholden to a debt collector.
Nice, nice. Oh no, I'm terrible at small talk.
Are you in town for particular business then? Or just visiting?
A little bit of both, you know.
Oh, well, I suppose, yes. You can mix business with pleasure. As long as you have the time.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, are you excited for the Lantern Festival? I've never been.
I've never been as well, but I have heard that it's coming up soon.
I think it's in. Do I remember how many days?
Oh, I forget what I said. I should have written it down in the moment.
I think you said 3.
That was what I was going to guess. That was my hunch. I had a strong feeling I said 3.
Okay, I
So we will
corroborate
say
the
we'll say I said 3, and I will write that down right now. Because I don't think I jotted it down, but if it's in my notes and it's 2, then I'll correct it later. But I don't remember jotting it down, so I'll assume I didn't.
Cool. I think the Lantern Festival is in 2 or 3 days.
Well, I'll have to make sure that I catch it then.
And now she has nothing else to say. Oh, she's really bad at this.
Yeah, I mean, Elspeth herself kind of trails off and sits there for a moment. And then just a little bit curious about you because you just kind of approached her and were submerging yourself in water. It just says, have you visited many places in town yet?
Not really. We've only just arrived yesterday.
Ah, I see.
Yeah,
Very new in town.
very new indeed. We have visited the artisan district.
It's beautiful there. Quite a lot of craftsmanship.
Oh, absolutely. There was someone working on some stone statues when I was last there.
Yes, the craftsmanship is quite different from Mizukane, but it's quite something to behold.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had a chance to visit the Candle Tree Archive?
Not yet.
Well, you really should. That's where I'm staying for the time being.
Ooh. I think we might visit. We might have some business there. She is wondering why is she alone. Kind of like glancing over her shoulder.
There's a scene going on.
There's a scene going on.
And she's gonna turn right back around.
They let scholars stay there, you see.
Oh, do they now?
Yes, of course. So long as you're a part of the consortium.
The consortium?
The Candle Tree Consortium.
Oh.
The group of scholars that are researching at the archives.
Ah, I see. Ooh, so then I'll let my friends know and we might, stop by for a visit.
Yes, of course. Visitors can look at the library whenever they wish, provided it's not too late at night, of course. But
so I suppose we wouldn't be able to visit here if it gets too late.
yes, if it's a little late at night, then they tend to lock the doors, just for security's sake for the scholars.
Of course. Of course.
Well, if you've got an interest in the arcane, then that's the place to stop by.
Like I said, I'll let my friends know. Thank you. Once they're, I glance back over my shoulders. Once they're available, I'll let them know.
Of course, of course.
Are there many scholars at the Candle Tree Consortium?
Well, there's quite a few. They're always coming and going, so it's really hard to keep track of how many there actually are. I've not seen Avogadro's full register, but there's quite a few, just always traveling about. I wouldn't say that I'm a full member per se. I once was, and then I went off to do my own thing. I was studying under Avogadro Candletree, the leader of the consortium. I went off to do my own thing in Ikamura and my own studies, kind of branching out. But, well, I had a bit of bad luck there, and, well, then some of the scholars from the consortium helped me out, and so while I'm settling the debt, I just thought I'd stay in town. And it's a good opportunity for some of the scholars to take a look at the, well, rather strange magic that was afflicting me.
Oh?
I had a curse.
Oh my.
It was, well, in Ikamura we call them yokai, but essentially a spirit that had cursed me.
Ooh.
With extremely bad luck. It was called a Binbogami.
Ugh.
And so everywhere I went, just pure misfortune. Though, to be fair, before I had the curse, I was not particularly lucky either.
Oof.
So my recommendation is don't get cursed by a Binbogami. It's rather unpleasant.
I can only imagine.
But I suppose in the end, perhaps Fortuna was smiling on me after all because, well, scholars from the consortium came and helped me. So I suppose that's good luck in its own regard.
Absolutely.
But anyways, I'm rambling. I'll leave you to your business.
Oh no, you're fine. But I do actually have a question, you see.
Of course. Feel free.
You say there is a lot of scholars there at the Candle Tree? Yes?
Well, yes, there's sort of a cycle. They come and they stay, and then they go off on travels and eventually return. And so there's kind of always changing people to be seen there. There's several staying there right now, though. And sometimes Avogadro hosts guests like myself as well.
Interesting. You see, we're actually on a bit of a... We're trying to help somebody out.
Oh?
Yes, and it is a very important matter, actually. You could say it's a matter of love.
Well, it does sound important.
Yes, the thing is, there was a Dragonborn trying to grow... Oh, gosh, what were they called?
Crystal berries from Castlevania.
These crystal berries from, Anyway.
I'll spell it for you, but continue.
Thank you. Well, she's in a bit of a spot right now because the crystal berries aren't growing. Something about there being, no magic in the soil? Well, the most important part is that there's another Dragonborn who's completely smitten with her, and if her crystal berries don't grow, she'll leave.
Well, it's certainly not my area of expertise, but you could speak with Avogadro if he's available. at the consortium. Well, Avogadro would know better than I, but I believe there's one of the scholars staying there is. Well, I believe before he joined the consortium, he was a farmer.
Ooh.
So perhaps that's someone that might be of use to you.
Perhaps you're right. I'll have to let my friends know. I would hate for the fellow not be able to tell her how he feels.
She nods. Of course. Happy I could help.
Yes, much appreciated. Thank you.
Well then, enjoy your bath. And I suppose if you head to the consortium, I may see you there.
I look forward to it. Well, I have to go see what my friends are up to, so.
Very well. Enjoy your bath.
And may Fortuna smile upon you.
She smiles and says, and you as well.
You come back to what I imagine is just like hushed chaos of Leah and Athena being like,
We're just like, Gigax, get up.
who put the X over him? He died for like a second.
I was trying to get rid of the sleeping condition that I put on myself, and I hit the red X. So I faded into oblivion for a second.
Gigax dies in the bath.
I canonically died in the bath. No.
The classic push the X to try to close the window, but accidentally killing yourself.
Yeah.
You and I accidentally kill myself. Average Wednesday.
Rika, if you want to try it, just click your own token and then the little like kind of circle that appears below you.
Yeah?
There's like a gear and a circle. Click the circle and then it'll show you all these little icons you can put on your character to like remember stuff you have.
Campaign over.
The X looks like it's to close the window, but it's actually to make your token look dead.
That is funny.
So yeah, it gets everybody.
What's the little person? What is this meant to convey?
Ghost.
Oh, ethereal. Yeah, I
ghost
see that.
Yeah, it could be anything from like a spirit form to a just like what's it called? Gaseous form. That you can use whatever you want.
When
But,
I first saw it, I thought it was someone
You-
crossing their legs, like they had to go to the bathroom. So.
You guys can use any of those icons to like help remember things that you have on you. So like if you got a
Ooh.
bardic, you can put one of those on you and stuff. I'll try to do it for you, but if I forget, you can just do it. There's a little brain that you can use for when you're concentrating on spells. Remember?
Ooh. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. And if you go to sleep or something, there's a little ZZZ. All sorts of stuff like that. But anyway, so you guys regroup back to your little group here in the baths and discuss what you want to do next. You've been in the baths for a while now. We'll say kind of over half an hour as you've been kind of relaxing, but also kind of mingling with the groups and listening in on the conversations.
I got
So,
fell asleep in the bath.
No, my
If
word.
you like, you can just like short rest for the rest of your time at the bath and
Ooh.
then head out.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's do that.
So it's an extra relaxing locale, so you can short rest in half an hour.
Nice.
Has Sarisa relayed the information she learned from that one dude by the statue lady?
Yeah. We can say that you guys kind of catch up during your little short rest there. You make sure that everybody's abreast of each situation.
Nice.
You fill them in on what you talked to Elspeth about, and they fill you in on what they talked to these two dudes about, and everybody kind of gets caught up on everything.
Booyah.
And so as you just relax, you realize that your time in the spa is almost up. And what would you like to do next?
I mean, it sounds like we have a couple options here. I think our original plan was to go to Candle Tree, which I think is still probably, but I don't know how late they're open. Because didn't that person said that they lock the doors after a certain time, so
Yeah. I mean, we could probably walk by and check.
check. It's on the way back, but we could
Yeah.
also go. I feel like the dancer could be interesting. They said she's performing tonight, and I don't know.
Oh.
Something
You
about the
open
way,
your,
like
your very soggy map.
I wouldn't have brought it into the
I
bag.
know, I'm just kidding.
No,
You
you did,
think
that's
in your
right.
mind's eye, Anthena, you think
I have a
an
vision.
an exact replica of a perfect map.
That's
Um,
quite impressive, I think.
So yeah, you could head down to the Candle Tree Archives, but you could also cross the bridge and head over to the Merchant's Round instead on your way back to the Clipper.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Choice
That
is
might be
yours.
the
It doesn't really matter. There's not really a hard order. You guys explore where you
I
want.
don't know why I wrote an R there. What in the world?
The merchant's quarter would be closed.
I think for
right?
restaurant, there's a restaurant in the top. right corner.
Oh, that makes sense. Nice. Thanks. Glad you remembered for me.
I do think we definitely need to go to Candletree. I'm wondering about like time if they don't allow people that aren't a part of it in. after
It
a
is
certain
getting
hour.
relatively late, so
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could always
You
come
wanna-
back tomorrow.
yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Come back the next
No,
time.
we'll definitely
After.
go there because we need to talk to them about magical items.
Do
possibly.
Magic
we not
items.
need to meet someone later?
That's true.
Yeah, that is.
Oh yeah, we have that meeting. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
We'll go to
back
the
at the
Merchant's
Clippers,
Round.
so you can do that when
Yeah.
you kind of turn in for the night.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Very well.
Mm,
So, yeah, you guys debate and decide to cross the bridge over and pass through the Merchant's Round on your way back. All in agreement then?
Oh, can I ask real quick? Can we
Mhm.
maybe not tonight, but we gotta go to that abbey, dude. We
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's still a couple places we gotta go. We gotta get more
Mhm.
bread. Number one.
Yep. We can do that tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. And then definitely Candletree, but I think it'd be better to go during the day. And then the
Mhm.
Abbey for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So
And
we
then
can go.
maybe that tea house too, just to see what's up with that dude. I
Oh,
don't
the
know.
drunk guy.
Yeah, that feels sinister in a way, like there's something wrong. So,
Mhm.
Maybe he just has problems.
well, I'm sure, but if we can help him with his problems, that would be nice.
That's true.
Mhm.
Could be related. Maybe he just needs a cool little crew to go on a heist with, and
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get him off his ass and get him to do something.
yeah. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Eyeballs.
Yeah. We probably
Oh,
need to
body
get K-Ducks
part.
out of here.
Ugh.
No.
Oh man.
In as you guys kind of sit there and debate where to go next, you each kind of in turn, one after the other, get a sort of echoing voice in your head that says, "Your time at Miss Haven's steam baths has come to an end. Please make your way back to the change rooms and depart."
Oh.
Can I respond to it and be like, "Oh, that's awesome! Is that a message spell?"
It's not message.
Ooh, what is
That's
it?
really cool.
Ooh.
How'd she do that? What? I have to ask her on our way out. That's cool.
Well, looks like our time's up.
Oh boy, Kagok's butt.
Ah!
I'll wave bye to the lads that we were talking to.
The
To
Chads.
give you a wave.
Dads. I think Anthena thinks about waving to the two the two girls there, but she's like, "Ooh, nah."
Might not poor taste. Like, hey guys, sorry we're staring at you. Bye.
Yeah, just walk right past them.
Yeah.
You know.
So you make your way back to the change rooms where your belongings are, where you left them in whatever locker you chose, and change back.
Leah is back.
Yeah, she puts her disguise back on.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's probably best to have that on now.
As
How
you
did
change
you
back,
take hair dye off?
you change back into your things and gather your stuff and can depart if you wish.
All right.
I am gonna ask the woman at the desk, just like, excuse me, How were you able to make that message like go off in our heads?
Oh, a simple sending spell.
Oh, send it. Okay, all right, wonderful. Thank you. Something I need to learn, maybe.
Have a nice day now. Please do feel free to come back.
Thank you.
Yay, Kgox is relaxed. This is huge.
Achievement.
Achievement unlocked. Kgox relaxed.
Nice.
So you guys make your way back out of the steam house and can continue on your path if you want to follow that path I drew for you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting our steps in, gang.
All right, let me check something. Okay. Think, oh, perfect. Wow, imagine that. What a prepared DM. Everybody give the DM a big pat on the back.
Woo!
Pat, pat, pat.
All right. So, you guys make your way through the city streets. The sun now has set, and you now walk through darker streets. And so you arrive in the merchants round as the sun has now fallen and the streets are now lit by lanterns instead of the sun. You can see at the heart of this square is another fountain illuminated by the blue glowing crystal that adorns many of the features and fountains of Marenhall. All throughout the square, you can see the occasional person kind of bustling through. It's a little less busy now that it's later at night, but you can also see several kind of larger buildings. Off on the far side of the square, there's some market stalls that are kind of packing up for the day. Right next to you as you enter, there's the tea shop, which has a sign above the door that marks it as such, as well as a few tables out front for people to sit in the night air as well. You can hear music from this building here, which has a sign and a little carving of a whale and a moon above the door and reads Labalen de Lune. But also the far side of the square has a little shop in kind of a strange rounded house with these giant sort of kites that hang from one of the spires in the building. And the kites are shaped like fish, but they swim through the air, giving off a magical light.
Ooh.
Is there any indication on what kind of shop that is? Or
Yeah, as you make your way a little closer towards it, you kind of have to look in the darkness, but there's a sign above the door that says Rembrandt's Rarities.
Wait. Is that one of the shops that we were side quest?
I will say, Sarisa, probably the first thing you notice as you walk a little closer is that there's a woman here who's got sort of like a little rug laid out in front of her as if she's a merchant herself, as if she's selling things. But at first you think that she's selling just a singular little like clay urn. And then you realize that she has a flute in her hand.
I am very curious. I go over.
And as you're walking over to her, she begins to play the flute. And as she does, she kind of like makes eye contact with you, kind of almost like directing the performance towards you, kind of showing what she can do to you. And as she begins to play, at first you think it's some sort of serpent that's rising out of this urn. But then you realize, actually, it's a coil of rope. And so as she plays, you see this coil of rope begin to emerge like a snake from the urn and begin to kind of wave itself back and forth to the music. And then as the tune kind of changes, the rope begins to knot itself in all sorts of intricate patterns. In fact, she even sort of makes the little rope snake go all the way around you and then back as she shows off this rope snake. And when the performance comes to an end, the rope sort of furls itself back into the urn, and she looks at you and says, "It's for sale if you're impressed."
Ooh. Hmm. Wait, do I have my own gold? Hold up.
A great question. I think I have 3 gold on my person. From what I remember. I have 2 gold on my person. Never mind.
So I'll say, oh, it's very impressive. But, how much?
For a rope cobra, it'll be 5 gold.
Darn. Alas, I am short of gold.
And you needn't worry if you can't play the flute. The rope cobra behaves according to the wishes of its master, and if you purchase it, then you would, of course, be the master.
Ooh.
So all you need to do is issue commands. For example, she holds out her arm and says, "Tie yourself around my wrist," and the rope shoots out of the urn and wraps around and forms a knot around her wrist. And then she says,
Ooh.
"And now release," and the knot unfurls itself and coils back into the urn. See?
Ooh. Oh. Say, do you frequent this spot often?
Yes, I'll be here in the square tomorrow if you need to go and get some money from the bank first.
I don't have any on me right now, but I am very interested.
It's not to worry. I can put this aside for you if you want.
Would you really?
Yes, of course. I'll be here in the morning, so just pass on through, and if I don't see you by noon, then I'll assume that you've changed your mind, yes?
That sounds fair, yes.
Very well. But I'm always enchanting more of them, so if you miss that one and someone else buys it, then you can always wait a few days and I'll have another one ready.
Oh, alright.
So who am I holding it for then? What's your name?
Oh, sorry, my name is Sarisa.
Alina. Very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, too.
I shall see you tomorrow then.
Hopefully, if I can, if I don't forget.
Very well. Have a nice day then.
Oh, you too. May fortune smile upon you.
She gives you a nod.
I go up to this bearded child and I
Do you address him as such?
yes.
Oh.
I go up to this bearded child. I need money. How can I acquire money?
You're talking to me? Well, get a job, I suppose.
Where can I get a job?
Well, depends what sort of job you can do, I guess.
I can do many things with I can lift things, I can break things. I can move things.
Manual labor then, I suppose?
Yes. I would like to do a job to get money involving this manual labor?
Well, I'm afraid that's not really my area of expertise. You know, small frame and slight body. You know, it's not exactly my thing.
Hmm. Do you know anyone who requires things to be manually labored?
Well, I suppose some of the artisans might need things carried from time to time. You could inquire about there. Perhaps at the shipping company, but I heard they're a little rigorous about their hiring.
I see. I will speak to my friends about this. You said the shipping company may hire people.
From time to time, but like I said, you know, vet the candidates quite proper.
Thank you, bearded child, and I walk away.
Bearded child.
Oh my god.
I go back to
Thank you,
everyone
bearded
so excited, so excited.
What'd you learn,
Uh,
Kgox?
The bearded child over there says that if we need a job or things to be manually labored, the shipping company may hire someone to do a job of that nature.
Oh.
Yes.
I don't think we can work there. That's run by the same people we're meant to rob.
But would that not mean that we would have a way in if we worked
I
there?
agree.
Oh,
That sounds
yeah.
like the perfect way to get it.
Ooh. I suppose you're right.
I mean,
Ooh.
yes, it would make or at least Kgox's identity known to them, but not in a way that's suspicious. You know what I mean? Like,
And
we-
not only that, sorry.
No,
Ah.
go ahead.
Not only that, the Kgox kind of stands out a lot anyway.
This is true, but do you
I
think it
am
would be
rather
good for him
large.
to have a job and talk to all sorts of different people all day?
Leah's saying, I don't know if we want Kgox to talk about
Oh.
I am very good at making people see my way of thinking.
Oh.
I mean,
Yes, you
that's
are, Kgox.
definitely true.
And I believe I would have less of an opportunity to run into one of those counts that you mentioned earlier if I am manually laboring.
Ooh, that's also very true. I think.
That tells me though that you can't throw anybody else in the place in the water though.
I give you my solemn word as my battle sisters that I will not throw anyone in the water unless you explicitly say so.
Hey, I trust that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds good to me.
So as you make that agreement, where would you like to go next?
I mean the place with the dancers right here. We need the shop was it was set to go there to look for like a magic item for the farmer.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
think?
yeah.
Yeah. So, but we need probably money to buy something. So
In terms of money, we have no money.
we have
have
none.
no money.
And you are
Sounds
going to be
funny.
back here the next day if you want to pass through stuff. So
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
don't need to do every building in the square all at the same time.
it's true.
True. But it's very
Also, it's
tempting.
yeah. Although I mean I don't know the hours of such an establishment, but my best guess is that it's probably closing, maybe? Question
I
mark.
mean,
Based on
you
the
do see
stalls.
that the stalls are closing up, so it's a good estimate that perhaps some of these shops might close up, but the restaurants might stay open later to get the night crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
Perhaps we should retire to our camp, our base.
I mean, I just some of the fellas in the bath talked about a dancer performing at this restaurant, and there was also a woman there that was clearly bringing in a lot of money, being some kind of a talent agent. It just seemed very interesting, and I feel like we should maybe just check it out very briefly. We don't have to stay and watch or anything, but
True. We don't have any money to eat at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Anyway.
yeah, maybe. Do you think they give out water for free, and they could?
There was
kind of
water
like
for free right here, and he goes over to the fountain and he drinks out of the fountain.
Gosh.
Is it salt water?
Nope.
He's lucky.
Maybe we get a basket of fries for the table and just sit there for 3 hours and don't.
Nah.
If they serve bread, maybe they have unlimited free rolls.
Oh yeah. We
Yes.
just go have
free rolls.
complimentary bread and don't have to
Yes.
pay for anything.
Mm.
Kagos
This
is
sounds like
very
a good
proud
one.
of this. He's very proud of this.
I mean, we have plenty of bread in here, though, and I'll hold up the bread bag.
We don't need
Bread.
it. That's our like good bread though. If we can also get free bread, then we can take the free bread and add it to the
We can
our
add to the
bread,
collection.
and we get more bread.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone's ever done that, brought their own food to a restaurant so that the restaurant doesn't kick you out. And just sit there and eat your own food.
Dude, I'm
I
not
actually,
sure.
I had to do that a couple weeks ago because one of my friends has celiac disease, and we went to Texas Roadhouse for one of my friend's birthdays, but she just like brought her own food because like she can't have anything there.
Yeah,
So,
Texas
Smuggle it in.
Roadhouse.
yeah, so I'm sure it happens.
Anyway, so do you want to go to Labalendalun then?
I would. I want to see what all the hubbub is about.
Yeah, I think we should go.
I
Yes.
can enchant people with my music. What do you mean?
Yeah,
Miss
just
Dance?
let the bouncer let us in. Tell everyone to give us their money. Dude, we should have asked the dude to give us his money. The Gaunt, not the dude. He's our friend. We can be like, yo, we're going
Missed opportunity. Oh god.
His money
Okay,
would have
listen.
been wet anyway. It would have been no good to anyone.
If we see him again, I can do maybe the same magic, and we can ask him then.
Yes.
I don't know.
Just charm the most richest person in here.
That's
Have
true.
them-
Wait, I have a spell slot left. Okay, this is the plan. Everybody bored.
So yeah, you guys make your way to the door. You can hear kind of like muffled music and crowds talking from within, as well as kind of the clinking of plates and glasses. And so you make your way into Labalendalun, upon which you are immediately blasted by music.
Oh,
Ooh.
good music.
The little dwarves in the corner. Oh my god. I love them.
Oh,
Sweet.
they're so cute.
So you can see people kind of sitting throughout the restaurant, enjoying meals. But as you kind of start to look around, you are just immediately drawn in by the dancer on stage.
Whoa.
She wears kind of like this this vibrant outfit as she spins on the stage to music from seemingly nowhere. And as you're sort of enraptured by this, as though she's the only person in the room, you kind of glance around and realize that everybody else is exactly the same. Even the bartender himself seems to be watching the performance and doesn't even notice you sit down, Anthena. And so as the dancer continues to dance, you make your way throughout the restaurant, each kind of keeping an eye on the stage, really just unable to help yourself. She's incredibly skilled, moving with a sort of grace and deftness that seems almost unnatural, almost supernatural. As her dance sort of winds to a halt, and the crowd erupts into applause, you feel kind of a little bit stunned, you kind of have to shake your head a little bit to snap yourself free of it. And then as you look around, you sort of then, for the first time, actually look at the rest of your surroundings. And you sit within a very nice, rather upscale restaurant with a bartender behind the bar, as well as a roaring kitchen off behind him. You can see several other patrons, a woman sitting near the stage, a group of dwarves in the corner, talking amongst themselves, a man seated at the bar, as well as a rather burly-looking dwarven woman in the corner of the bar. And the bartender, as you sit down, Anthena, and as the performance ends, kind of looks back at you for the first time actually seeing you, and says, apologies, can I get you anything to eat or drink?
Oh, would you just give me a moment to decide? Thank you. I apologize. The performance has distracted me. Wasn't even thinking about what I wanted.
Take your time, take your time.
Did this woman here, did she look as enraptured by the performance as everybody else, or?
Nah, she wasn't
Okay.
even looking at the stage.
Okay, yeah. Does she have a lot of money in her hands?
She was actually counting gold coins, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And she kind of like, rather deftly, kind of flicks them between her fingers and then tucks them into a coin purse, puts it into her pocket, and then you just kind of see her pat the pocket.
I don't know the best way to approach this. I think I'll just kind of like lean over, I guess, and tap her on the shoulder, and just be like, excuse me, ma'am. I'm sorry if this is a rather odd question, but I noticed you weren't.
What do you want?
Well, I'm just curious as to why you weren't watching the performance like the rest of us. It, was drawing me in. Being so close to the stage, I can't imagine that you weren't also.
What's there to say? She was slow on the two-step, little bit clumsy on the ending as well.
Really? I certainly didn't notice that, but wow, you must have a practiced eye for dance.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a dancer yourself?
Nope.
Oh. You studied it, or?
Not a chance.
Oh, just a natural gift then.
Whatever you want to call it, I don't care. Was it something you
Well-
actually needed, or just here to waste my time?
No, just curious, me and my companions are new in town, so we're just trying to see all we can see, and we were actually recommended to come here from a couple of fellas in a steam house, so, yeah, it didn't disappoint, lived up to its word.
She just nods.
Well, I'll leave you to, your gold and your counting.
Yes, if you
Sure
don't
does.
mind. She actually steps up from the stool that she's sitting on and walks up onto the stage, where she kind of like, with just one motions for the dancer to walk over, and they kind of turn over into the corner into a sort of half huddle, to speak. You can insight check it if you want, Anthena.
Yeah. 13.
For a moment, the dancer looked reluctant to step into the huddle, but she did it anyway.
Yeah, okay. You better not be berating her. She did a good job. It's giving Dance Moms vibes. Anyway.
Abby Lee Miller.
She's Abby Lee.
She is literally
Oh,
Abby Lee
no.
Miller.
Okay. Anthena will kind of turn back and kind of look at Leah, and then what's the dude next to us doing? Is he just chilling?
He's drinking.
Okay.
What's he drinking?
Looks to be whiskey.
A man of culture.
As you kind of
hot man of
exchange
Hot man of culture. Amen.
as you exchange glances with Leah and Thena, actually you hear just kind of like footsteps on the other side. And somebody sits down at the bar next to you.
Okay. Oh gee, guys, she's here. Everybody act cool.
I cool. Leah's doing like a casual lean on the bar.
Yeah. And Thena like tries to
with
do
her
casual
fake
lean.
mustache.
And Thena like tries to like put her arm up on the bar and like put her head in her hands, but it like slips out of her hands and she like
Smacks her head off the table.
yeah, literally.
As you look over at her and awkwardly fumble with your own hands, the dancer does not look happy at all. She just got like a full round of applause, some standing ovations from the crowd, and had a very successful performance that enraptured the entire audience of the restaurant. But she looks like she's about to cry.
Oh no. I turn to her and I just say, kind of like quietly, a little bit nervously, but excuse me, I just wanted to say that you were fantastic. I mean, I've never seen dancing like that. That was amazing. You did so good.
Her mouth smiles, but her eyes don't. And she says, thanks, of course. And then she just like with a hand motions to the bartender to get her a drink.
I messaged Leah. We don't have any money, or I'd buy her a drink to help her feel better. She seems really upset.
Leah messages back. I can I can stab that bitch on stage.
What? I don't know if we need to go that far.
I could throw her in the water.
No, all right.
I mean, I guess I could charm her, but it really only lasts for a little bit. I don't think it would
I
solve
have
the
an
problem.
idea.
I have an idea.
I have an idea. Athena, you must hear me out. Listen. You charm the dwarf lady. She gives us all of her money.
Okay.
We give 3/4 of it to the rabbit lady.
Let's say half. Let's say half.
And then we take the rest of it. And she is paid her dues, and we have money.
It does sound like a really good idea.
And if that idea doesn't work, I'll stab her.
Oh my god.
I don't know if we should maybe go all in on the murder. I don't think that should be plan B, but it's
I've
a good...
never seen a dwarf's bone structure, Athena.
Oh my god.
We'll get you dwarf bones, but...
Ethically.
I promise, Leah, we will get you dwarf bones in some way. But I don't think we should stab someone in a room full of spectators. This does not seem like the establishment that would be cool with that.
We'll do it out back.
That's an option, I guess.
Oh my god.
Let's see how the first one... all right.
Yes,
What is the range on charm person? Hang on. 30 feet. Okay.
Yeah, you
all
should
right.
be fine.
I'm gonna like, yeah. It's 35. I'll stand up a little bit.
She is making it right back over.
Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna kind of, I guess, lean around the dancer and just kind of give her like a, I don't know, like a knowing look, and I'm like a little nod. It's like, watch this, and I cast charm person on the woman.
All right.
Yeah, DC 13.
Yeah, you kind of reach out with your magic towards her. And you feel that sort of that tentative kind of weave that begins to envelop her as the magic begins to form. And you feel that kind of connection right when you start to charm a person. You feel that sort of connection to their mind with your magic. And just as that's about to form, something outside of it just severs the connection, just snaps it. It almost hurts to feel it, Anthena.
I think Athena like kind of shudders and jerks back a little bit.
Yeah, sort of like reaching out towards a person and then feeling like a static shock.
Yeah. Can I look around? Does it look like anybody was focused on our conversation, or maybe did that?
You glance around, you don't see anybody focused on you. Those in the corner are talking to each other. The man at the bar is just tipping up another glass of whiskey. Bartender's just getting drinks. Woman
Did
here is
she,
just
like-
eating her meal.
Yeah. Does she react to it in any way? Does she like notice that I was?
No, she doesn't
Trying
notice
to?
at all.
All right. I messaged Lee again. I'm like, okay. That was weird. Sorry. Smooth, real smooth.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mustache only adds to the appeal.
Okay, yeah, keep twirling your mustache. I think that'll work. But in lieu of that, so I tried to kind of reach out, use my magic. It's usually works in the past. And I thought it was getting to her, but then something just like severed it completely, and I don't know. It didn't really come from her. It felt like an outside kind of force. So I don't think that's gonna work. At least not here.
How did the dancer look when this happened?
That's a good question.
She's just staring into her glass.
If it was severed from an outside connection, she's got to have some sort of something protecting her.
Yeah.
Not sure.
It does seem interesting. And she
I'm gonna.
doesn't really...
Ooh.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Can I cast detect magic on Greta Gilderman? Okay. I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic.
You just get on the floor and like.
So during those 10 minutes, does anybody want to do anything?
Does the guy react to the mustache twirling?
Yes.
Is he
This is true. Is he interested?
This guy, no.
Damn it.
Is he crazy?
He just kind of keeps getting drink.
Ugh. Is this the guy that was drunk at the tea house? I'm wondering.
He's too hot to be drunk.
Girl.
A little drunkard.
Are you saying hot guys can't be drunk? I'm confused.
They are biologically
impossible.
Yeah, biologically impossible. It is only old guys with really long beards and terrible clothes that are allowed to be drunkards. That's it. No one else.
I didn't know that. That's so fascinating.
Yep. From a
Does
scholar.
anybody want to do anything during the 10 minutes while Leah casts detect magic?
I don't know. Me and Kgox are kind of just chilling over here.
Kgox is kind of lost in thoughts. He's recollecting a lot of things.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, during the 10 minutes, the barkeep does kind of make his way over to your table and says, "Can I get you anything?"
What can 2 gold get us? We're kind of on a budget.
Not much, but it can get you drinks.
Yes, 2 drinks then.
Very well. Any preference? We've whiskey, ale, elven syrup wine. What's to your taste?
Psst. Hey, Kgox, what do you want?
Yes.
As to which one?
And he looks to Cerisa and just kind of shrugs.
What would you recommend, good sir?
I do have a fondness for the elven syrup wine myself. But you can't go wrong with ale or whiskey as well.
Ale for
What?
my friend here.
Yes.
that-
Whatever is bigger. Whatever is bigger.
Yes.
Very well. And for yourself, he looks at you, Sarisa.
The wine, please.
Very well. I'll be right back in a moment. And hurries off to get your drinks.
Well, there goes the rest of my money.
Wait, oh, guys.
It
You
happens
really-
to the best of
I,
us.
I will get a job, and I will make sure that we have money to exchange for services and goods.
Aw.
Wait, try the arm wrestling scheme with the little
Yeah,
dwarves
arm
in the
wrestle this
corner.
guy right here.
Or him, yeah, that works too. Arm wrestle Greta Gilderman.
Yeah.
Oh
Ooh.
my god.
I think Chaos would lose. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I'm a little.
Given the
Fearful of that,
given the track record of my roles, everyone, I don't think it's a good idea.
Right,
Kragox is for it, but my dice are not.
besides, this is a restaurant, not a tavern. I don't think they do like I don't think they'd like arm wrestling schemes in here.
This is an establishment. It's not a dive. It's an establishment.
See? Exactly. So maybe no arm wrestling scheme here. Which
You
sucks.
know.
Don't tempt me.
Well, I mean, Kagox doesn't know this, but I mean, if she's got some kind of like magical ward on her, she probably has a way to detect if we would cheat. Like before.
Exactly. Right? Better not risk it, Biscuit here. In a different tavern, absolutely, we're gonna arm wrestle people and get their money. But don't we need money if we're gonna make a wager?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You have
just
to put
thought about
money up,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's how betting works, folks.
that's
Yeah.
right. And we don't have the wager money right now. Dang it! So no arm wrestling scheme here, guys. Darn.
It's fine. I will get a job. I will get a job in the morning.
Aw, thanks, Kagox. I suppose that the rest of us should also try to find something of the sort. Hmm. So, what were you thinking about earlier, Kagox?
I was remembering things.
Oh?
Yes.
Well, I won't push it if you don't want to talk about it. Seems like you were thinking about something, pretty deep, I guess.
The last couple days have really put a, I guess you would say, perspective on the changes of this world. I'm not familiar with customs here, and I am learning. I am making an attempt to learn. But in spite of all of that, I am constantly reminded of home or things that I miss from home. And then he goes silent again.
Oof.
Well, I mean, did ya have to leave home for a specific reason? Ain't there a reason why you can't go back home?
I could go back home, but there is not a home waiting for me,
Oh,
if that makes sense.
yes, that makes sense. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kgox.
You do not need to apologize, Sarisa.
Hmm. Well, I just, feel bad as all. I can't imagine what that's like.
No, I don't suppose many can. But I am here now, and I am among. And he glances over to the bar where Anthena and Leah are like clumsily fumbling over the rabbit girl,
two
the
hot
blonde guy, the hot people. Yeah,
People.
he looks over there and he gives a small smile. He says, I'm among family, and that is important now. And he gives a solemn nod, and he explains to Sarisa that in his culture that siblings are not often always bound by blood. It's sometimes the deeds in which they share together that bonds them. So he sees them as he sees those who share experiences to be like family. And we have been through a harrowing experience. Like, we were in prison, we escaped, and we have a goal together. So this is his means of staying connected to something.
Oh. So you see us as family then?
Yes.
Gee. Okay. That, that doesn't sound too bad, actually. And she's kind of like wiggling happily in her seat.
He's idly prodding the flowers in the center of the table with his trunk.
Hmm.
So
Well-
back across at the bar.
Yeah.
How's it
Um,
going? Are we? We're
We're is it working?
Riz Lords over here.
Are we being Rizzlers? Leah
I
has
don't know. You
taken
guys
off
can make
her
like
glasses.
charisma rolls if you want.
Yeah,
Make a Riz roll
I'm making a Riz roll. Making a Riz roll.
What? Wait, actually?
Yeah.
if you want.
You could use the help action, and it would be like having a wingman.
0.
I'm just saying.
That is in fact
Leah rolled a
7.
15.
No, this is huge. And
Is
still
Leah
shaking from the
Riz?
performance. She's not at the top of her game. She's like, I don't know what to do here.
I'll say the blonde man is like kind of like glancing at you occasionally, not in like a what the hell is this lady doing, but like, just kind of like slightly bemused.
Yes! Guys, I won. Guys, I won.
Guys,
But
I won.
Before you can do anything with that, your ritual completes.
Yeah.
And the first thing that you notice is that there's not all that much magic in here in general. Ivy certainly doesn't have any magic on her at all. But there is sort of a haze on the stage that seems to be emitting the music that you were hearing. Just kind of like this residual lingering magic, conjuring spool that's just kind of conjuring up that music that plays without requiring a dedicated bard to be sitting here the entire time. But then you focus in on the actual target of your little search here,
Yeah.
Greta. And as soon as you look at her, your skin starts to crawl.
Oh no.
And so for a second, you think you're watching her. And then you feel that something else is watching you.
Ooh. I don't like that.
The name of the song, bro. This is scary.
And you almost like instinctively just cancel the spell. And the tavern is back again.
The switchback. Oh my god.
So Anthena, you see Leah just go like sheet pale, like.
I think I'll message you like immediately, like, Leah, everything okay?
I would not say that. I think something might be watching me or us.
Oh.
As you're kind of like messaging back and forth, and as you kind of go pale like that, Leah, you actually notice that Ivy catches sight of that.
Yeah.
And then just Anthena, you hear her say to Greta, just going to the restroom. And she stands from the stool and then just kind of like nudges your back as she walks past.
Yeah.
And then walks out.
Okay. I'll wait until she like clears the door, and then I'll follow her. I'll message to Leah. I'm gonna follow her outside. You can come if you want. I don't know if it's I don't know if the others. I don't know if it'd be too conspicuous, but maybe if we go out one by one, that might be better.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stay in here.
Alright, yeah, I follow her.
Alright. Leah is also coming behind.
I would message the other two, like as I'm leaving, I'm like, we're following this one person, but I don't want it to be too suspicious or obvious to the woman at the bar. So like, if you guys wait a couple minutes and then come outside, or come out one by one, that might be good.
We're waiting for drinks.
Oh, hey, yeah, then just stay. Get your drinks. Honestly,
we paid
yeah.
for drinks.
We paid for
Lisa
drinks.
paid for drinks.
We paid for drinks.
We paid for drinks.
Technically, you didn't pay yet.
Oh,
Oh.
that's true.
Y'all
But
ordered drinks.
Order
though.
drink.
We ordered drinks. True.
No, I didn't want
ordered
you guys to
drinks.
feel left out, but you do not have to come outside.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
all
If you
good.
guys want to go out and be involved in that conversation, please feel free. You can always come back and get your drinks.
Can they get them in a
If-
to-go cup? Like, what's up?
yeah, we'll just get you the styrofoam we keep behind the bar here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We,
The little sticky
we
lid,
don't
yeah.
have open
The little-
container laws here in Marin Hall. It's fine.
Or the red Dixie cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, so feel free to join the conversation if you guys want to. I don't want
Yeah,
you guys to be
we'll-
excluded from it.
We'll make it inconspicuous.
All right, everybody be cool. We're so
Yeah.
cool.
So we'll join
So,
in a little second.
yeah, very coolly, you slip out of the...
I saunter outside. Like, where'd she go? Oh no. Is there actually like a public rush? Oh wait, there she is. I was so far zoomed out I didn't see. Okay. Anthena approaches her slowly and not in a creepy way, and stands next to her at the fountain.
Leah approaches in a creepy way,
What? Oh no!
twirling her mustache.
If you two inside do want to join, just add yourself to the conversation whenever you want. You're right there, so you can walk out.
Okay, nice.
Feel free to control when you think you'd leave. So Ivy's kind of made her way to the fountain, and she's just kind of like leaning against it, staring at the water as you guys make your way out and join her.
I'll kind of like sit down on the edge of the fountain and kind of look at her and see if she wants to say anything first, or...
She kind of stands there for a moment. It looks like maybe she doesn't know how to start the conversation.
And okay,
go
yeah.
ahead, go ahead.
Anthena will just kind of give her like a, just like a, I mean, whatever you want to say, it's totally fine. We're not we're not dangerous or trying to get you in trouble or anything. We're just,
Yes. Thanks for the subtlety of your departure.
we're known for our subtlety and our smoothness, and she like,
Look at
tries to like
Leah.
lean, and like maybe her hand goes in the water. Oh shit. Okay, yeah.
You noticed something off, I can tell.
Yeah, you could say that. Me and my friend both.
Well, it seemed like you were. Well, you tried to do something, but it's all right. She just
Yeah.
stares into the water for another long moment.
Yeah, off is one of the ways I would put it. What's up with your boss?
She's a little harsh, hmm?
Overly harsh. I mean, your performance really was incredible. I don't know what she said to you up on the stage, but whatever it wasn't true.
Outfit's too gaudy, slow on the two-step, a little clumsy on the exit, and well, 1,000 other little criticisms.
Oh my gosh, like she would know. She's never danced in her life. She doesn't study it. She doesn't know anything. Don't listen to her.
Well, she is my manager, though.
Sure. I mean, I guess you have to listen to her in a professional capacity, but not when it comes to the actual, talent of your art.
I understand, but contractually.
How'd you get involved with her?
Well, it was a long time ago now. I was a little bit young and perhaps a little, well, naive. But it's not exactly a very good contract.
I mean, I understand that. We've all done things when we were young and stupid, so it's all right. Is there any way out of it? Or do you even want to leave?
Well, I do make enough to survive, but well, I would like to leave. It's complicated.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, you see, when I was young, I really did need the money. And, well, I certainly have made money, but, well, Greta's a bit hard to deal with.
You're kidding. We had no idea.
And, well, I've tried to get out of the contract. But every time I was met with, well, it didn't go well. You see, the contract I signed is, well, I shouldn't have signed it at all. It's a little too strict. It doesn't leave me a lot of room for, well, what I want. She picks the venues we perform at. She pockets most of the gold. She makes any changes she wants to performance garb, to the performance itself, to the music that plays. I'm really just sort of a puppet.
Yeah. And that's not what performing should be, so.
Yes, it's not quite why I learned to dance.
I mean, what would happen if you just didn't listen? What if you just didn't show up or ran away or I don't know.
Well, it's on the contract that I would be out of home. She would seize all of the gold that I have. I really do need the money.
Mm.
Most of what I earn just gets sent back home. In Avrana, where I learned to dance.
Oh. You have family there?
She nods.
I'm gonna message my companions here, and I'm gonna be like, what if, what do we think about maybe cutting her in, if she'd be willing? Sounds like she needs money. We're getting a lot of money, and she's really good at compelling people, better than I am actually. So,
I missed most of what's going on, so I'm not too sure.
oh right, so she's in a contract, and it's a bad contract, and the woman in there like controls basically everything about her performances, but she does it because she needs money, to send back home, and also just to survive. So, just a tough situation.
I mean, do you think she'd even be willing to,
That
you
is-
know, pull off a heist?
Yeah, let me check. And I'll like kind of, focus my attention back on her, and just kind of cryptically ask, like, if you had a way out, a way to still keep living, keep sending money back to your family and all that, but not have to work for her, would you do it?
Of course, in a heartbeat. Yeah, but it's not as though I can just do whatever I want. I wasn't joking about the strictness of the contract. I barely eat and sleep without permission from her.
But I mean, say you just ran away and she couldn't find you, would she send people
Well-
after you?
Not that. She knows where I live. She knows where I'm from.
Hmm.
She
Yes.
controls how you sleep and how you eat.
Yes, of course. If I
What
don't
if
eat
she-
healthily enough, then my performance suffers. Then she would lose money. So of course she controls that.
What if she was no longer in the way?
You mean like death? No,
No.
don't.
No.
Nope,
No
nope.
one said. No one said that. What? That's craziness.
It wouldn't do any good anyway. There's a clause in the contract that stipulates.
Stipulates
really-
what?
Well, in the event of her death, then the contract passes to her closest compatriot.
And who would
It's
that
not
be?
exactly just something.
Who
Well,
is the
truth-
compatriot?
I'm not certain. We don't exactly have casual conversations. But again, I don't want the contract at all. But,
Yeah.
well, I've had my chance to read it, but she carries around just copies of it. I have no idea where she keeps the original.
If the original contract was, I don't know, destroyed, that wouldn't change it. All the copies and the original, if they were, taken.
Well, it's
Well,
one
that-
thing to take the copy that she keeps on her. But if you could find the original, then... Well, I guess there'd be no proof that there was ever a contract at all.
Exactly.
Would you
Do
do
you
that for
know-
me?
Yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, no one should have to live at the whim of someone else. It's just not fair. Especially not with talent like yours.
Well, For the first time, she actually smiles tonight.
Aw.
And she says, she knows where I live, but same is true for her. I know where her house is, but I'm not exactly a burglar.
Neither are we. And Anthena kind of winks a little bit. But, you know, we'll figure something out.
If we need to break in somewhere, I can do it.
Well, I suggest, and then she kind of like pauses and says, if something were to occur, and if something was to happen, well, I imagine it'd be smartest to do it at night.
What a coincidence! It is nighttime now.
We have a meeting this evening, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would suggest that we get a move on.
Well, I'll still be in town for longer. I'm performing again tomorrow night, so Greta will be here as well.
Okay, alright, that sounds like a good idea. If she's here distracted, you know, at your performance, then that gives us a good window of time to sneak in. Would you mind pointing out her house on this map here? And I kind of show her the map.
Of course. She looks at the map and says, "Have you any ink? I can mark it for you."
Leah passes a quill and some ink.
Yeah. She kind of looks at the map, leans over your shoulder to look at it, Anthena. And then I dragged you guys here, right? Okay, good. Then she marks down sort of a little side street. She marks a house that is just over here.
Okay. Interesting. Add it to the side quest list, guys. We got stuff to do.
All right, there you go.
Nice.
And so, as she marks it on your map, she says, if you could find the contract and burn it or destroy it, then I'd aid you in any way you want. I'd be indebted to you.
Well, if we manage to destroy your contract, then you won't be indebted to anybody ever again. So that's, that's enough of a payment.
I suppose you're right, but again, if you were to help me, I would gladly help with whatever you need. I know that, well, perhaps you've not any need of a dancer, but really, anything you require.
Well, we can discuss that when it's done. But would you happen to know if she has any family or servants or anybody in the house, or is it just her?
She thinks for a moment. Well, I think she lives alone, but there was that one time when I heard her talking to someone. She made me wait outside, though, in the cold. So I'm not sure who.
Okay.
But just be cautious, and I do suggest you go at night because, well, of course, there's guards that walk the street in the daytime, and just, well, anyone passing by might see you and report you, so it would be smart to go at night.
Yeah. And
But again, there's no rush. I don't mean to take you from your business if you've things to do tonight. It doesn't have to be tonight.
Yeah, I really apologize. We've kind of made a lot of commitments. but I promise we do our best to work quickly. And just one more question: does she have anybody else in her employ, or are you the only one?
Well, in honest, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But it seems like she's been spending most of her time just, well, bossing me around. So I suppose I was under the impression that I was her only contract, but in truth, I'm not certain.
Okay. I mean, we'll take a look around, but I mean, I'm sure if she's mostly spending time with you, then you're probably the only one. But I don't want to leave anyone behind. Well, yeah, we will get on that, and you know, just until then, hang in there.
Thank you. She suddenly like straightens up and realizes, oh, I've been gone too long. I need to go back. Thank you. If you are going to help me, thank you. And then she like kind of like speed walks back inside, leaving you guys standing in the cold night air. And I think that's where we'll end the session for today.
Nice. Another side quest acquired.
We've got so
Many
many.
side quests.
Listen, we're getting allies. She just said she'd help us if we help her. So
That's
this
true.
is-
One of our main
it's-
quests is to get allies, so it's not really a
Exactly.
side quest. It's just
This is
branching
plot
from that
relevant.
one. Yeah.
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 It's sub quests of the MSQ.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
We've got a fetch quest. We've got a. I don't
Break
know.
into
I don't know what.
somebody's house
Yeah,
quest.
Break. Yep.
Don't worry, guys. Leah is an expert.
So
Like actually, or
Maybe.
a wizard.
so Ivy's now in your important NPCs thing.
Yay.
Yay.
And I did add your Dragonborn quest into the side quest tab if you noticed.
Yeah.
I like that it has a title. I saw that before this.
Spicing things up.
I'll
That's so
add I'll add Ivy's quest there too after this
Oh,
session.
jeez. What will its
And
name
then-
be?
Then you can, because you can open them up and keep track of kind of what they ask you to do, and I'll update them if you learn something new or make a development in it, just so that you can kind of keep track, and then you can log back in and before a session if you want, and be like, what were we doing again? What was going on?
Nice.
Because there's a lot of stuff to keep track of. It's a big city, so I wanted to make sure you could have a little quest log to remember things.
Thanks, Gran.
So yeah, we will leave it here for tonight. That was a good session.
Yeah. Well,
Yes,
Very good
yes, it
session.
was.
It's always a good
I did
session.
not feel like the time.
Always a good. They're all a good session. Oh, bearded child has a. He's been labeled.
I love Bearded Child. Really
We gotta
best
go to that tea
character.
house to find
Is
the
that
drunk
the
person, but also
was-
talk to bearded child.
Was the tea house right next to the restaurant?
Yeah, that's the tea shop.
I wonder if that's like the guy who gets drunk on tea.
The bearded child?
The bearded child. I
Bearded
will say, when Kegox was talking to him, he did not seem drunk at all.
Ah, okay.
He was
then
just
never
enjoying
mind.
a cup of tea in the night.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well.
that's so cute.
Nighttime tea. I respect
Nighttime
it.
tea.
To be a gnome enjoying a cup of tea in the night.
Everyone's dream.
That's all I want.
So, off the top of our heads, does anything interfere with next week, the 3rd?
I don't
Nope.
think so.
No,
Nope.
should be okay.
Very well. We will pencil in as a yes, and if anything changes, please let me know. We can always make adjustments, change the day, or cancel if we need to. And we'll be back again next week to pick up where we left off. I believe the intent is probably to go long rest now, to talk to Valerio and then long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where do you think you would start the next day? Just to give me an idea. Doesn't have to be set in stone. You can just say we don't know, but I just in case you had any ideas.
I know Kegox is probably going to go to to see about getting that job, to see if he can get hired
Aw.
on over there.
Aww.
He has a job
Peacock's the
interview.
employed.
Well, it's that, and he might be able to get information and be an insider. So
Yeah.
This is true.
Mhm.
I will say,
Obviously-
since you guys are running low on funds, you are living in a tavern, so
Ooh, tavern work.
you
Yeah,
can,
can we-
you can
Can we work in?
Offer-
Would they? Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can ask about that if you want when you go back there.
passive
Ooh.
income, passive
Yeah.
income.
Bro, I've got
yeah.
18
Yeah,
years
passive income.
experience. Let me in there.
So yeah, if you if you want to, feel free to do that as well next time.
Nice.
Since you guys were prisoners, you didn't exactly have a ton of funds on you, so there are ways to make money. But anyways, that's where we will leave it for tonight. It was a good time. Lots of fun little interactions there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Bro, Kgox though.
Peacock's lore. I was so sad.
It always, every session, I'm like, damn, man.
Bro, stop!
Bro.
I'm gonna cry.
It is good.
I love the phrase battle sister.
I love it.
My
Me
battle
too.
sisters. It's so
Yeah,
cute.
y'all are his battle sisters.
Hee-hee.
I love it. Does he want to be called a battle brother? I feel like we should-
That's up to you guys.
I
How
will
would
call
he
him a battle
react?
brother.
Yeah, I will. I want to see Kgox's reaction.
We'll
would-
try it next session.
We'll see.
The pelican was making me laugh too.
Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
I'm so glad
Oh my-
Cereza was like, that's a big bird, and went over to it.
Yeah, I am too.
Hee hee.
What are the odds of our bird delivering a letter plan and then finding us and giving us a letter back?
I think pretty good.
That was a smart bird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a very, very
was a
posh
well-
and smart bird.
very articulate
well-looked
bird.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Suspiciously smart bird.
Yeah.
Is it a person that
big
was
of a
turned
bird.
into a bird? Maybe.
Yes.
Speak with animals wouldn't work on it if it was a person turned into an animal.
Oh, it's true.
Oh. It's giving that suspicious ox from Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
You know? Like, what is going on there?
No snakes yet, though.
I know, I was so excited. I thought it was finally
you were
time.
snake baited.
I thought
You
it
were
was-
snake baited.
Finally.
I
Oh,
was
boy.
snake baited, bro. I was like, oh, there's a snake in that pot. No, psych.
It's a rope.
I mean,
Kind of a
No.
snake.
it's
kind of
basically a
a
snake.
It's kind of a snake.
On all levels except physical, it is a snake.
It is a snake.
No,
It actually is a snake. You're just blind.
bro.
It was dark. It was dark. It's
You just-
really a
yeah.
snake.
It's actually a snake.
But Cereza has dark vision, guys.
It was too dark. It was still too dark.
It
I'm
was
Too
sorry.
dark for dark vision.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I hate to tell you like this.
Bro. Bro. Maybe?
It could
Oh.
like can the rope snake pick locks, I'm wondering, or do other fun heist things, you know what I mean?
I mean, it's got
Is
some
it like
rope.
rope
pick
trick?
log?
Yeah, it could
I don't know. It's not just a rope, it's a rope
I
snake.
think
like,
we need to reference hit heist movie The Bad Guys, in which there is a
No.
snake, and see what he does in the movie.
I love
let me
that
look this up.
movie.
Google it right
He's the
now.
getaway driver.
Yeah.
It's-
Is he the getaway driver?
I don't know.
See.
I don't
His
know.
name is Mr. Snake, by the
Yeah.
way.
Okay, okay.
So
That's fine.
that's something. His
Yeah.
alias is Mr. Grumpy Pants, so that's also something. Oh, and he's called Sweetheart by Wolf, so there's that. Let's see. He's the safecracker.
Oh,
So he can pick locks.
so he can pick lock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, according to logic and lore, the rope
According
snake.
to Bad Guys lore, he has to be able to pick locks.
Yeah.
Right, Gran?
No.
What
Damn
happens
it,
if you're to Bad Guys
I
lore?
love
Come on.
how quickly he shot it down.
Not down.
Oh man.
The real question is Sarisa gets to play a flute in order to use rope snake, right?
You can if you want to, but you don't have to.
Are you sure about that, Gran?
You have options. You can either just tell it what you want to do, or you can play the flute to let it interpret what you want it to do.
I think what Rika is asking is that because Rika herself plays instruments, if she's going to probably play an instrument.
Dude,
Yeah, you
I'm
can do that if you want.
so ready. You have no idea. Let's go.
It really
You
was
got
ready.
locked and loaded. Oh my god.
You have no idea. I have several instruments right next to me.
What do you play, Rico? What's your instruments of choice?
All right, so I can get away with playing a saxophone.
Yeah.
Right? I'm practicing the banjo.
Ooh.
I am missing the mouthpiece to my trombone somehow, so no trombone.
Sad.
I have this very cheap bamboo flute, and I'm currently looking for my ocarina, which I am also practicing, so I can't play it that well. Can't
Nice.
find it though.
Nice.
Oh wait, found it. Oh, and I have a kalimba.
Nice.
I love
I love
kalimbas.
Columbus. So good.
So if Sarisa gets the flute, you know, I'm prepared.
Yeah, you can have the flute if you want.
Let's go.
I did not realize that Mr. Snake from the hit film The Bad Guys had
Yep.
so much lore, but this is directly from his wiki. Although he initially rejects his quote-unquote tingle and redemption, it takes him seconds to finally embrace it and turn good as well, and sets off to stop Marmalade's plan of using the love meteorite to mind control guinea pigs into stealing the charity money for him.
Bro,
Yep.
So that's-
spoilers.
Yeah,
Spoilers for
sorry guys.
Oh my
Spoilers for
God.
Bad Guys. I may need to watch this movie. If it's
Spoilers,
got
bro.
mind controlled guinea pigs, like
It's
Yeah.
actually really good. It's
Are guinea
Right
pigs
up your
canon?
alley.
Yeah, are guinea pigs canon in Marenhall? Can we
Yeah.
mind control guinea pigs?
Did Leah have a pet guinea pig? Question.
I mean, I guess they would be creatures that exist in the realm. I don't know if they're
Yay.
like central to Marenhall, but they would
They are
probably exist.
native to Marenhall.
Yeah. Leah actually invented guinea pig.
No way.
All right, so we will wrap up the stream here and call it a night. Thanks, players, for playing.
Woo.
Thank you, chat, for watching.
Thank you for running it.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gran.
Always a good time. And we'll be back again next week
Yay.
for another session of Gaunt's Gold. So, that's all I've got for you tonight, chat. Thank you for watching. And have a good night. And I will see you guys sometime in the future. I don't know when I'm going to stream this week. I'm a little busy towards the end of the week, busy at the beginning of the week, busy at the end of the week. You know how it goes. So I'll try to see if I can slip a stream in, but it's a busy weekend, so we shall see. If not, then I will be back again next week. Thanks for the subs that we had during the stream. Thanks for the follows, and have a good night. Take care.